end stream. It doesn't say we're live yet. Now it says we're live, but I don't think we're live yet. Let's set up the chair. Slurp the old coffee before we get going. Right then, I think it says we're live. Hi there folks, good morning and welcome to another Shifty Mover stream. Welcome to Friday. Woohoo! Start with the news. Very short news. The patch is delayed a week. Now due to hit on the 7th of April. Oh well. Never mind. Right, okay. Mission. Today's mission is Mi-8 training. Ta-da! Defend the base, Syria. Defend the base, that's the one I want. We're going to fly on Syria, see how it goes. Oh, I haven't written a brief yet. Oh, you bad boy. There he is. I swear you're in my channel permanently. Even when I'm not here. You're always the first. Hello. Mi-8 today. Lots and lots of Mi-8. It's all Mi-8. This is a new mission. It's defend the base on Syria. We'll see how it runs. Right, we'll have a cold one to start with. We'll do a cold start up first off. Oh. Okay, track IR. Biggie, hello, good morning. Okay, let's reset the track IR. But that's sort of close. It's close enough. Okay, let's get rid of those two. Right, so we're in the Mi-8 here at Al-Assad, and we have a cargo aircraft that's landed with some stuff. We've just moved into the base. There's no defences up, so we need to move these supplies to the correct locations to get everything up and running. And yeah, it's just a little bit of Mi-8 flying fun. So where are we? Startup Mi-8. Mi-8 startup is, let's think about this. Drop the rotor brake. Drop the engine stops and jump over to seat 2. We're not going to be doing it with ground power, we're going to be doing it with onboard power. Okay. Check fuel. Okay, fuel is good. APU starting up. Hey, who's that? Thunder Chief, hello. Steve-O, good to see you, hello. And Jaff. I can't pronounce that, buddy. Good to see you. Okay, APU's up and running. Mi-8 today. All Mi-8. We might finish off with some other stuff, but we're doing Mi-8. Okay, APU's up and running. What do we do next? Next, we spin round here, turn these on to manual. Jump into the center seat. I'm just going to set this and this, and then we're going to crank engine left. Make sure the parking brake is on and the collective is set to 0. Man, you gotta love those noises. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Whoa, let's get some nice zoom in. Would they actually collide? Would the tail rotor collide with the main rotor if it wasn't synced? Looks like it just misses. Makes you wonder if that's actually synced, so it wouldn't collide. Does look like there's a small gap. Okay, that engine's good. Crank the other one. Gash, hello. How's it going, buddy? Missed you on Wednesday. You're obviously busy doing something else. Taking pictures of helicopters. Mi-8s with the back doors missing. Larson, good to see you. Hello. Yup. I think it would have kind of difficult to sync at the speed of the road. It can be altered, yes. Yeah. Can't wait to get DCS Cloud soon. Careful what you wish for. It was me, can't tell a lie, but I blamed it on you. Thanks, Auntie. Is that the patch delayed? I guess you're talking about patch delay. Great session, yeah. Okay, second engine starting. We just made a recon trip, but stumped on 6 Black Hawks, Mi-8 and Su-22. Nice. A quick recon trip. You be careful how you phrase these things. They're going to be thinking you're reconning for a terrorist act. You need to be careful. Reconning for what? you need to watch it, buddy. So Big Daddy is listening. Big Daddy's always listening. Powering up the engines. Places to make pictures in the future. Roger that, yeah. Okay. Engines are good. Turn this off. Spin round here. Generators. Rectifiers. Manual. Auto. Okay. You blamed it on me, Auntie. That's not very nice. I'll blame myself for everything anyway. Right. We're ready to go. Good morning, old man. Hello, Grandad. Wow, what's those? They flash really fast. What? Look how fast those lights are flashing. That'd give me a seizure. Let's turn those off. Okay, we turn them off. No problem. Right. So, like I say, this is a helicopter mission, defend the base. It's a fairly new one, but it's not finished. It's a part-built mission, but we have to defend set the base up. Basically, the scenario is we've just arrived and set up at this base. We need to set some defenses up. Enemy units are pushing in from the south, but they're not. There are some enemy units down there, but they're not moving. So the first thing you need to do is fly to the transport aircraft and move all these cargo containers where they need to go to. The briefing is not in there, but it is self-explanatory when you get there. Well, I said Shifty will just say, ED, fix your shit. So there was a lot of broken stuff, was there, Auntie? Oh, okay. I don't say that. Right, hover check. Pull the stick back here, push the rudder a little bit over here, and lift the collective very slowly. Oh! Pause! Something else is lifting off. Mi-24 is taking off. Nice. One day. Maybe one day. Control F11. Oh, look at this. Got vehicles parked on these funny ramps. And we've got a marshalling guy here. Is he expecting a load to arrive to him? Have a nice weekend. You too, buddy. Where are we? There he is. Are you departing before me, or are you waiting for me? Is he going to depart before me? What's all this? What are all these? Anybody tell me what all these are? Are you departing before me? I don't think he is. I think he's waiting for me. Right, let's hover check. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Okay, spin it round. Let's go. Russian pipes. They don't look like pipes to me. They look like they're made out of wood. Bub, let's have a look at him. Oh, he is airborne now. He was waiting for me to lift, but now he's moving. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Come here. Come back. Let's go see what you're up to. What's he doing? Looking good. I'm playing around with the AI to see how well they behave. I think I forgot to turn the auto assists on. I did. I'm flying this. That's not bad considering I had the auto assists off. He lines up with the runway and he should take, well, sort of just accelerate down a runway. I'm flying quite smooth considering I didn't turn the autos on. Oh, he's moving towards me. He's actually just flown under me. I thought he was going to go down the runway. Hello, good to see you. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Trying to fly formation with the Mi-24 here, down the runway. And don't forget, I forgot to turn on the autos. So I'm doing all this without the autos. Just to prove you don't need them. Okay, let's drop behind him. Swap over to the other side. Oh, that's a bit close. That's a bit close. I just got to watch my rotor. That's a bit closer than I thought. I didn't realise how slow he was going. How slow is he? He's really slow. Okay, let's turn the autos on. That's enough of that. I forgot to turn those on. So we're flying a bit of Mi-8 today, but I am practicing a little bit. I want to see what the AI-24 does. He's supposed to accelerate at one point. I think it's a little too slow down the runway. Shifty, tell the crew to stop doing his laundry in the back. I'm just having some fun. As usual. We're having some fun. Don't get too close, we've got a great big huge rotor blade, Shifty. His rotor blade's actually smaller than mine. The Mi-24's rotor blade diameter is quite a bit smaller than the Mi-8. It's designed for a bit more speed. blades are wider, yeah. Fatter blades, yeah. Okay, he should accelerate. Aha! Whoa, what are you doing? Aha, he's accelerating. He is. Yeah, cool. Just need to speed him up down the runway. He's just a little slow down the runway. Cool. Cool. Right, let's do some flying practice. I was just checking to see what the AI did. Right, so what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go land at the other end. Somebody asked me the other day, can you do the nose wheel wheelie takeoff? Yes. Why is my helicopter flying really bizarre angle? Look. Let's reset the trim. The trim is reset. I just don't understand why my helicopter's flying like that. Never mind. So we're flying some of this beauty. My favourite. This is my most flown module in DCS by a long way. By a long way. I have more hours in this than anything else. I love it. I proper love it, I tell you. Right, so we're just going to set up on the runway here. Half chub at Welsh shifty. No, I live in Wales. I'm allowed to be Welsh. I've been here 10 years. I've lived in Wales 10 years. I'm practically Welsh. I'm not, but I'll never be accepted as Welsh. You know why I'll never be accepted as Welsh here? Because I don't like rugby. I said it in the shop the other day. They were talking about the rugby. They say, you're not watching the England rugby match? I said, no, I don't like rugby. And the looks I got was quite funny. I don't like rugby. But my excuse is, every time I touched the damn ball, I got blown up for being offside. So I've I did play rugby, and I was very good at rugby when I was at school. But unfortunately, I don't actually like it. Right, so we're set on the runway. We're going to do a nose wheel takeoff. So I don't know how we're going to capture this from inside. But basically, you release the wheel brakes. We hold the wheel brakes, but we release the wheel brakes. And what we do is we just gently accelerate, increase the collective a little, so that the tail comes up. So now the wheels are off at the back. Let me just see if I can pause this. Oh no, I've just lifted the weight off the back. Okay, it's going to be hard to capture. It's going to be very hard to capture. It's going to be very hard to capture it. Let me try that again. I've got too fast. You need to do it earlier. I don't know how I'm going to show you it without... Because I need to be in the cockpit, otherwise I can't do it. And I don't want to watch the replay just to capture the nose wheel takeoff. I was disappointed to learn that it was going to be Mi-21. Why P? I think it's actually better it's a P, because the pilot, as the pilot, you get to control the guns and the rockets and the bombs. If it was the V or one of the ones with a chin-mounted gun, you need a gunner to be able to use it. Do you know what I mean? But fairly hyped, so we get 8 Spatsnats in the back. Yeah, you still get the troops in the back. Had a mate who lived in Cardiff his whole life. You can barely tell what he was saying. Yeah. Right, I'm going to try that again. Bear with me. Slowing down. Don't VRS, don't VRS, don't VRS. It's very close. try it again. I'll see if I can pause it. The problem is, it requires a lot of control, this does. And it's very hard to do. And hit the pause button at the same time. Oh! That's the nose wheel rolling along the floor. I just lost a little bit of control. And now we're up. It only rolls for a few seconds and then you sort of just take off. I'll see if I can keep it straight this time. I'll see if I can get a pause. I just want to do a couple of practice runs. Do a couple of practice ones. Like I say, we're doing some Mi-8 training today. A lot of Mi-8 training, should I say. It's going to be a whole stream of Mi-8. Okay. Down on the ground. She is now. And we need to push rudder that way as we accelerate, but not yet. Pause. Okay. So as you can see, we're on the nose wheel, and the main wheels are up. And we just roll along, build up a bit of speed, and then lift off. This is what you call a nose wheel takeoff. It's very hard to capture. It's very hard to capture and keep straight. But yeah, that's how you do it. It's very hard to capture. You need to do it in a replay. Because it all happens very quickly and you need to be in the cockpit to control it. Sorry, I was just doing some sideways but flying there. For a bit of fun. Do it again, see if I can get it smoother. See if we can get this smoother. Oh, that's nearly VRS. Oh, that was nearly VRS. Nearly, nearly, nearly. Okay, we're on the ground and rolling, and then we push the stick hard forward, increase the collective. Now we're on the main wheel. We're rolling on just the nose wheel. And then we accelerate and lift her up. That's nose wheel, nose wheel, nose wheel, nose wheel, and we're up. That's a better one. See if we can capture it a little bit better. Okay, so push the stick forward and pause. There you go. It's the nose wheel rolling takeoff. It's somebody asked me the other day. Yes, I can do it. It's not difficult. It just takes a bit of practice. Just takes a bit of practice. Bit of fun. Bit of fun. Okay. Okay, I've done that way. Let's do this way for a change. where are you going? That way. Oh, hello, buddy. Let's go fly with him. So like I say, it's Mi-8 practice today. Let's master this darn thing again. Let's get some hours in it. So I've got set up a trigger where it will automatically kill my engine if I enter this trigger zone. So it's not me, so I don't know. Obviously I know where the trigger zone is, but it's a timer. When you go through the trigger zone, a timer is started and you lose your engine. So I want to test that trigger for a bit of fun. Now he's up at some decent speed.
Missile.
Dude, who's subbed there for 20 months? Whack-a-day. Dude, thank you very much for the support. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. 20 months! Where's that time gone? So like I say, I've been playing around with the AI helicopters and just trying to program this Mi-24 to do some stuff. I want to see how he behaves. I've got him flying low level and slow and fast. Just want to see what he does. To see how the AI is behaving. Because obviously the Mi-24 is coming soon. We want some more of the helicopters flying around rather than just us. There we go. We're flying with him. In formation, echelon right. Don't fly too close with helicopters. It's very easy to get it wrong and touch blades. Just stay nice and spaced out. Still looks good. Okay, I see enemy targets up ahead. The enemy's just up ahead. Some ground units in that tree line at 11 o'clock. You're most welcome. Thanks, buddy. Okay, let's move over to the other side. Because he's going to do a right-hand turn. Man, that's so much fun flying in formation with the helicopters. Okay, I need to break off, otherwise we're going to get shot at. I don't care if he gets shot at. Enemies in that tree line just over there. Where's he gone? Is he going to get too close to them? Tally vehicles. He's reporting them, but he shouldn't engage. I've set them up so we can engage later. There's some vehicles just over there. Okay, but he's flying nice and low and steady and not doing anything crazy. He's not popping up and down. Oh, now he's popping up. Okay. Okay, let's go. They should shoot at me. Let's see. They're just in this tree line here. We're going to engage those later. But let's see if they shoot at me. Is that fixed? No, not really. I'm trying to set him so he. Why is he not shooting? Why is nobody shooting at me? Oh, never mind. We've got static dumb targets. They're supposed to be. Oh, he is shooting at me. Okay, cool. He is shooting. Okay, cool. They are shooting. Oi! Just because I said you weren't shooting doesn't mean you can hit me. Okay, they are shooting. Cool. Right, let's go back. We've got some more practicing to do. So we're flying on Syria. How's it all running on this small mission? I've got a very small mission. The problem is my sandbox is too big. and serious struggles with a big mission. So I'm building smaller missions for specific things. How's it all running? But nice to see you. Like I say, today is Mi-8. We're going to be flying a lot of Mi-8. We're going to do some weapons and stuff. But first of all, we're just doing some flying training. We just done the nose wheel takeoff. Somebody asked the other day, Shifty, can you do the nose wheel takeoff? Yes. Looks smooth, thanks, man. It does. It does. I am monitoring. It does look good. We shall see. Okay, I think this is the airfield just here. I think. Is this not the airfield just here? I'm following the railway line. Nope. Wow, we flew a long way out. Ah, there it is. I see the big dome. Cool. I see it. Another couple of miles yet. So we're just, like I say, we're flying some Mi-8 stuff. Just going through some things. We've done the nose wheel takeoff. We're going to do some landing approaches, some weapon stuff, some underslinging. There's the big dome up there. What's this building here then? Interesting. Look, you can fly through there. There's a walkway up between the buildings. You can fly through there with a small aeroplane. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be a kind of cool... Right, here's the airfield. It's a large freight train station here by the looks of it. Lots of containers. That's kind of cool. Right, fast approaches. Let's walk through a couple of those if I'm not too badly damaged. I did take some bullet hits, let's see. So fast approach, we're going to stop by the cargo aeroplane, just the far side of the cargo aeroplane. So what I recommend for a fast stop is to do a 270-degree turn. Where you dump the collective, swing in hard, and then reapply the collective as you lose lift. So up here we have an Illusion 78 freighter being offloaded, and we're going to swing it in and stop. If I can. I might screw it up. I'm a bit out of practice. See if we can see him. There he is. So we're coming in at 200 kph. We want to stop by this guy. So I'm going to start slowing down now, drop the collective, pull the nose up, swing her in hard. Reapply the collective. Too hard because I knocked out the generators, but there we go. Fairly close. That is the best way to stop this helicopter without obviously knocking out the generators and coming in slightly too hard, but I have done it before on stream. I recommend learning that maneuver to stop this helicopter from coming in from speed. Seems to work really, really well. Yuri's not pleased with that. Yeah. So that is the approach I recommend you learn if you want to learn how to stop the Mi-8 without VRSing in a hurry. Now, if you've got time, you're not under fire, you can just come in nice and slow. Just take your time with it. The Mi-8 is one of the most difficult helicopters in DCS to stop and land without VRSing. Can you show vortex thing? Yes, I can, but you're not going to see anything. The helicopter just drops. Right, I'll set you up. So, basically, you're watching this gauge here. See this gauge here? When this drops to 5 and we have no forward speed, we will enter what is called VRS. Vortex ring state is it called. So, I'll do it now. Basically, you need to be going slow and be going down more than 5 meters per second. Well, it's just slightly less. There it is. We're now in VRS. Just falling straight down. And we need to move forwards or sideways out of the downward draft. It's very hard to show because to avoid it, you need to get out of the airflow that's going down. So what you need to do is you need to move left, right, forwards, backwards, and then slowly drop the collective, obviously once you're in it, and then slowly increase the collective and your speed to get out of it. How to avoid it? Just don't let that needle there, when you're coming into a hover, drop below 4 meters per second. Or whatever it is. Wherever the 4 is, don't let it drop below there. Okay, we need to turn this back on. But that was a VRS. The helicopters just drop straight down, buddy. And if you do that when you're at low altitude, you end up crashing. There's nothing you can do to avoid it at low altitude. So you've got to be very careful when you're coming in for a hover. It's alright now, because we've got forward speed. As long as you've got forward speed, it won't VRS. It's when you drop below a certain speed, you need to watch your vertical speed. Let's just slow this down. You'll know when you get to the edge of it, because it starts, you know, you can hear the juddering, the vibration. The rotor starts to make some funny noises. There, we're getting close. We're getting close to the point, so now we need to really be careful. Because you don't want to VRS at this altitude, because you'll just crash. Very, very, very hard. All helos have it, some worse than others. Yeah, the Mi-8's the most difficult one. The Huey does it. I found out the KA-50 does the other day. I didn't realise the KA-50 did it, but it does. Okay, let's reverse. We're in a hover, just reversing. Now when you start going backwards, it will climb on you, so you have to be very careful when you're going backwards, not to climb if you don't want to climb. So we're just going to go backwards and do a J-turn. Just for a bit of fun. You can see what I'm doing with the controls up in the top corner. The top left of the screen, you can see a diamond moving round. That is the stick of the Mi-8, and you can see on the top left is the collective, and the bottom is the rudder. So you can see what I'm doing. Right, so we've done a fast approach, we've done slow into hovers. Alright, let's put it into an actual hover at sort of slightly higher altitude.
Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, dude. Who was that? Thanks for following, buddy. Right, so we're basically in a hover. I'm just going to get everything set up. So we're basically in a hover at altitude here. And the way I know I'm in a hover, there's nothing that really helps. Okay, there is something you can turn on that sort of shows it on here, but I don't use this. I just look out the window. Look at the altitude. Look at your speed. Look at the vertical speed. Sorry. Look at your actual speed, and just look out the window. You can see when you're in a hover. What is the top right showing? Ignore it. I don't know.
Pull up, pull up.
I don't know what that is. I wish they'd take it out. Some autopilot indicators, is it? I don't know what it is. You just ignore it. I wish I could remove it, but there's something here that shows that. I think it's with the Doppler. I think it shows you the when you're in a hover and stuff. But I can never work it out. I can never work it out. This gauge here. But I just look out the window and notice where my controls are in a hover. I have some back right stick and a lot of right rudder to hold it in a hover. Where are you from, mate? I'm from the Great Britons. I always get worried when people ask where I'm from. Does it matter? I'm from Timbuktu. Does it matter? Right, so we're now in a hover up at some altitude, just about, and you can see here I'm not actually. I don't trim very much. People always say trim, but I don't use trim. I learned to fly it without the trim. But if we use the trim here, I've just trimmed it, we can set it up so it will basically hold itself. And we're just hovering here up at altitude, nearly. It's hard to do it when you're playing with it, the views. But basically, I've just trimmed it, so I've let go of the stick, and the trim's holding it in a hover now. If you watch Mel will teach you, learn to set the trim, learn to do this. But I find it easier if I just do everything without the trim on. I find I'm a better pilot. I learnt trim first, and I use trim occasionally when I don't want to hold stuff. But yeah, use the trim while you're learning, and then once you get a bit more experience, you won't touch it. Unless you're on a long flight. I don't touch it. Right, let's do some manoeuvring practice. Alright, so let's find something we can just nose round. Okay, that pointy thing in the middle of the grass there between the two runways, we're going to try and funnel around it. I'm not very good at funneling. It's something I've always struggled with, even with the Mi-8. It's where you keep the object on the nose at a set distance and orbit around it. It's called funneling. I'm not very good at it, but we'll try and do it. So we're going to attempt to funnel around that red and white pole. No, you do everything. The autopilot, the co-pilot does nothing. I've kicked the co-pilot out. Right, so we're going to set up for a funnel. So we're going to try and orbit round this, keeping the nose static on the target, and funnel round and increase the rotation rate. Attempt. I'm not very good at this. So this is a slow, controlled, easy funnel. And you can get faster and better at it. Once you get decent at it. I'm not very good at it. Even with all my hours in the Mi-8, I'm not very good at this. I've lost it. Yeah, lost it. That's called funneling. Another thing to practice. Try it the other way around. It's even harder. Helicopters like to... they have characteristics that sort of favour one direction over the other. The Mi-8 likes to orbit that way around. So if I try it the other way around, you'll see I'll... Oh, near VRS. When I try it this way around, she's much more difficult to get to initiate and get it to do it. So all the helicopters in DCS favour turning one way over the other. They're just easier to handle in one direction. And I'm not very good at it. As you see, I've lost it. So what I recommend, like I say, when you first get the helicopters, don't worry about anything. Just learn to fly it in a hover, learn to just maneuver it around objects, learn to just operate it, stop it, and then worry about the combat stuff later on. Have I knocked that out? No, I haven't. So yeah, just learn what I'm doing here. Play around with an airfield like this, and just, you know, fly along the taxiways, follow the taxiways, do some nice gentle turns, and just learn to keep it all under control. Let's get low. Let's get a little lower. And we're just going to do some taxiway down a runway racing. Just following the, you know, the taxiways and the turn-offs. And just try and keep it all under control. Nice and steady. Just do this until you're comfortable. Or bored. Most people get bored first, but I do it for hours. Hours and hours and hours. And then, like I say, learn to stop the darn thing. Stopping the Mi-8 is one of the most difficult things. And I recommend, like I say, the 270-degree turn. So what we do is, I usually do this to the left. So we put it into a left turn, drop the collective, pull hard until you've come around 270 degrees, put the collective back in, and then there she is in a hover just as you come out. So yeah, learn to do that maneuver if you want to stop this thing fairly quickly. It's very predictable once you learn how to do it, and like I say, it's about 270-degree turn, and you come out into a hover. Learn to do that. Doesn't that have to do with main rotor direct? Yes, it does. Yeah. It's all to do with the tail rotor, the main rotor, which way it spins. But each helicopter's different. Learn your helicopter. Like I say, I don't know which way this rotor blade's spinning. I think it spins round to the right. It's a clockwise spinning one. But I don't know how that affects, aerodynamics, this, that, and physics, and all this. All I know is what I need to do to make this helicopter do what I want it to do. And once you learn that, life's easy. So I'm going to try a 270-degree stop, this time to the right. And I always find this one more difficult. So we're just going to drop the collective, swing around to the right this time, pull a 270-degree turn, and look how much I've climbed. But look, we've come out in a nice stop. I always find it really difficult round to the right. Round to the left, the stop's easier. But funneling to the right is much easier than funneling to the left. How do you like the Huey? Don't like it at all, buddy. It's nothing to do with the Huey. The Huey's a fantastic module. It's a great flight model. But I just don't like it. It's so slow. It's not for me. I prefer the Mi-8. Right, okay, so enough messing about, enough flying around, just demonstrating, talking through some of the stuff. Obviously the conventional way to stop a helicopter is to stay straight, pull the nose up, drop the collective, and as the helicopter slows down, to feed the collective back in. This is actually a lot more difficult than it sounds. Keeping it straight while slowing down is actually where a lot of people have trouble, because they tend to VRS. So okay, we're just hovering along. Now we're going to the slow stuff to just show you that it's not only about the fast stuff. You need to learn to do this before you do the faster stuff. If you can't hover slowly and move around, you'll struggle to do a lot of stuff that you need to do in the Mi-8, i.e. landing at a precise point and doing some underslinging. You need to be able to control the helicopter at this speed, maintaining a nice low altitude and being under control the entire time. Learn to do this, then move on to the slightly faster stuff, and then learn to stop it, then take her into combat. We're going to do a bit of everything today, so... all under nice and control. I'm so looking forward to the Mi-8 24. Can't wait. Okay, then once you're happy doing it that way, turn sideways, do it this way. Whoa, a little bit too fast. Whoa, lost control. Look out the front. Just going to look out the front to get it under control, and then we'll look that way. Saying we're learning to rotor motor back, correct. Okay, and then we'll try it the other way. Whoa, look out the front to get it under control. Okie dokie. It's actually very difficult to keep it smooth sideways. Like I say, spend a bit of time learning the helicopter in the slow movements, what you need to do to make it do what you want it to do. I mean, we can 360 as we're going down the runway here, keeping the movement going that way. We can actually spin as we're doing it. Once you start to get a feel for how the helicopter works, you should be able to do this in any of the helicopters. So as we're moving down the runway, keeping the forward momentum going, just spinning 360. Just let the collective drop a little too much there. Because as we swap transition to the rear, we start to lift up, you see, and I need to drop the collective here, and as we come round, I need to put the collective back in, because once we get round to forward, she starts to drop. Like I say, just what I recommend is doing this sort of stuff before you start trying to take it into combat and trying to operate it properly. Just learn how to fly the darn thing. You don't need to leave an airfield to do this. It's great fun. Right, so once you've learned how to control the helicopter in slow movements like that, you've learned how to stop it, we're going to go into underslinging. How accurate is the simulation of helos in DCS? The Mi-8 is awesome, buddy. Really is fantastic. The Huey, a lot of people say it's good. I don't know. The Huey is a fantastic module, I just don't like it. It's not for me. And I hate the KA-50. It's a great module. It's a great combat helicopter. I just hate the way she feels. She feels like I'm not flying it. Stupid autopilots in that thing. Right, so these are underslingable containers, and we're just going to fly over to these here. There's plenty of missions that I've made and you can download where you can do some underslinging practice, but I've built this one fairly recently to practice on the Syria map. Okay, so we're just going to land here. Right, so what you do is you open up the communications menu. Did you learn to fly in real life as well? Nobody. And then you select F6, all cargoes, and then we're going to select, notice the names. It says northwest corner, northeast corner, cargo 1, for example, northeast corner. So that needs to go to the northeast corner of the base where they're expecting it. So we're going to go deliver the northeast corner. So we're going to press F2. Which is the far one, and it's got a smoke grenade that's just gone off. There should be a smoke grenade at the far end where we need to put it. Okay, so the Mi-8, same as the Huey, you can do some pretty cool things. You can look out the window, so you're looking straight down. This is what you use for underslinging. So you can just push a button and you're looking straight down, just so you can hover over it and pick it up. Now, the underslinging for each of the helicopter is directly below the center of gravity of the helicopter. So where the attachment point of the cable is directly in the center, or C of G, of the helicopter. So the Mi-8, it is basically directly below the rotor shaft. So we need to position ourselves so that the center of the helicopter is above the load, which means we're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be slightly behind us because the center's here somewhere. So what you need to do is use reference points, i.e. look at something in the distance or on the ground and try and judge where you are in relation, hello there, where you are in relation to the load. Now, if you've set this up for Russian, you will get instructions, left a bit, forward a bit, 10 meters, in Russian. But I've set this up as an American helicopter, so it tells you in English. So it will say forwards, backwards, left and right, 10 meters, 30 meters and 50 meters and so on. But once you get under 10 meters, it doesn't really tell you much, so you need to learn to look on the ground, okay? So we're going to go pick up this container now. So I'm going to lift it into a hover. And we're just going to lift it up, line up with it, and move forward. Now I'm going to keep the lines, I'm going to use the lines on the ground to help me here. So I'm just going to move forward until we're close enough.
Forward. Forward. And in position.
Okay, I move back. I think we're hooked.
Back.
Oh no, it didn't hook up. Just going to move back.
In position. You are hooked.
Okay. Now we're hooked, we're lifting up.
Take tension. tension. Take tension. Take tension. Take tension. Take tension. Take the line is tight.
Now we're lifting. There we go, and we got it. So that's underslinging, picking up.
Steady.
So I was looking at the lines on the concrete and then just moving forwards and holding it. Now we need to see the smoke grenade over there. That's where we need to drop it. So we just fly it over there nice and gentle, keep it all under control. Bear in mind that we have a load underneath us now. So you need to watch your clearances. Bear in mind we have a load that's hanging 60, 70 feet below us, depending on how long you set the rope. Okay? So as you fly over there, bear in mind that, you might catch the tail of an aircraft or a building, so make sure there's plenty of clearance. You can always check by looking out the window, by pressing whatever button you've set to this, and you can have a look. Okay, you'll get directions when you get close to the smoke. Again, follow the directions, look out the window periodically, take a position mentally in your head, take a photograph mentally in your head of where you need to put it as you go past it, because you won't see it. Have a look at your surroundings to try and judge exactly where you are, using the trees and roads and lampposts and all these other little things you can use to judge exactly where you are. It doesn't have to be 100%. Normally within 50 meters is good enough. So I like to come in at a slight side shift. So I'm coming in at a slight angle here because we have all this glass here. If you come straight in, you have this stupid console in the way, and you have the door frame if you use this way. So I like to come in at a slight angle here. As you can see, we're coming in at a slight angle, so that I have all this glass and visibility between me and the target area. And I just have a look at objects as I'm coming in. If we were coming straight in, we wouldn't be able to see very much, but because I'm coming in at a slight angle, we can see that there's some posts and there's a vehicle, there's a slight bank. What are we talking about? Yes, Chinook 1. Are there helicopters where the CFG is outside of the main rotor shaft? Some of them are very. Obviously, the exception is twin like the Osprey and like the Chinook. But the CFG will be between the two. But generally, the rotor shaft, due to the way helicopters work, is pretty much on the CFG, depending if it's carrying weapons or fuel, or depending if it's carrying 8 guys, because they're slightly forward of the rotor shaft. That will shift the CFG. But generally, an empty helicopter with low fuel the CFG is on the rotor shaft, because that's the way physics and helicopters work. And then obviously they, depending on what their load is, they then have to correct for that weight shift or trim. So yeah, generally yes, that's answered that. Right, okay, so where was I? We were talking about approach. Because the Mi-8, like I say, we've got this window in the middle, I like to come in at a slight angle. Let's continue. So as we get closer, we'll get the voice telling us left a bit, right a bit, and basically just look. I've set this mission up so it's in between the two vehicles. As long as it's in between those vehicles, you should be fine. And obviously you can go left and right a bit the same amount. And as you can see, once you get closer,
Right. 100.
you start to lose visibility. And then you have to rely on your objects around
60.
and the picture you've built up
Forward. 150.
to be able to place it down. And the smoke grenade's gone off, but I know roughly where it is.
Forward. 60. Forward. 30.
Okay, he says 30, so I'm going to start putting it down.
10.
Okay, we're down. So I'm just going to pull off to one side and have a little look. So it should be about halfway between the two vehicles. There you go. Close enough. And that's underslinging with the Mi-8. Same with the Huey. It's all about just having a little look and then flying the helicopter. Concentrate on flying the helicopter more than anything. It's very easy to get things wrong. Nice job. Yes, exactly. It's good fun, buddy. And I never use trim. Now, if you're starting, I recommend trimming. Trim for a hover. So what you should do is before you pick up the load. Okay, we'll bring it down. I wish the external works differently, more forward way. Don't understand, buddy. Don't understand. Right, so if you're a new guy and you're just starting this out, what I recommend is trimming for a hover. So we're just going to bring it down for a landing. Okay, so we're down and landed. So what I recommend is if you're new to this and you struggle at underslinging, is trim the aircraft for a hover before you even go near the container. Sling view is way too far from heli and looks straight downwards. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a little bit far out. Okay. Yeah, just a little. Yeah. I get your point. Right, so you're new to this. You do struggle hovering and setting up for the, picking up the load. So what I recommend is you take off and just hover, and then trim the aircraft and learn. You just hold it where we are. So we're just going to lift it off, and we're just going to set the trim. Okay, and I'm going to retrim. So we stay stationary. Okay, that's pretty darn close. So, when we come in to drop off the load, do not touch the trim from now on. Once you've got it trimmed so it's fairly stable in a hover, this is trim. Once you've picked up the load and you go to drop it off, do not touch the trim. The aircraft is already trimmed when you let go of the stick to basically hover. As you can see, we're hovering. I'm not touching the stick. I haven't trimmed the rudder because I like to keep some control with the rudder. You can trim the rudder as well, but I like to keep the rudder untrimmed. Just trim the helicopters in a hover, and then we're going to pick up the next one. So comms menu. Cargo, northwest corner. I'm going to pick up the next one. So I've basically just trimmed this in a hover, and all we're going to do is hover over this container, pick it up, and then we're going to fly it over to the other location. And because the aircraft's already trimmed, it makes life easier when it comes to putting it down.
Pull up, pull up.
If you're struggling when you first play them, learn to trim it, learn to hover. But once you get good enough, you won't need to. You won't need to. And I recommend flying it without the trim once you get better. It makes you better. You get more feel for the helicopter. It's just my personal opinion. So I'm just moving forward very gently.
Forward. 30. Forward. 10. In position. You are hooked. Take tension. Take tension. Take tension. Take tension. Take extension. Take extension. Take extension. Take extension.
Just increasing the power very gently.
Take extension. Take extension. Take extension. The line is tight.
Okay, we're up.
Load is hanging steady. Take it away.
Northwest corner. There should be smoke. There it is. Off we go. And just leave the trim. Just fly it with the trim set as it is. And then when we get there, it should be fairly close to a hover. So if I let go of the stick, it should go to pretty much a hover. I'll just let go of the stick. I'll just need to increase the collective a little. Because you need to have the collective and rudder set exactly the same for the hover. So basically I've just let go of the stick and it's fairly close. It's just drifting a little bit. There might be a little bit of wind. There is a little bit. I think there's only one knot of wind, but... So as you can see, with a little trim it's not too difficult. Let's go drop this off over there. I think the smoke grenade only stays for 5 minutes, doesn't it? That's why it keeps going off. So that's cold start, takeoff, wheelie takeoff, how to stop the darn thing, manoeuvring, slow manoeuvring, trim, underslinging, covered, and that's only been an hour. Woohoo! Next, weapons. Now, weapons on the Mi-8 is difficult. It's not easy. This is one of the most difficult aircraft to learn when it comes to weapons, because there's so many switches and they all need to be in different positions for different things. And it feels infinitely easier to slow maneuver than... No, the KA-50 is the easiest by far. KA-50 is easy with those autopilots, buddy. I'm having to do a bit of work here with the collective and rudder pedals. It's just... I've got a lot of hours in this. The KA-50 with the autopilots, you can hold on a spot and move a tiny bit. And then hold on the spot, move a tiny bit, hold on the spot. KA-50 is the easiest by a long way. By a long way. Okay, I've lost visual. Turning sideways. Yes, you can. That's the thing. With the KA-50, you can let go of the stick. And you just push the auto hover button. We don't have an auto hover button in this. Oh, if you don't use auto hover. This has got altitude hold as well. But we don't have an auto hover. But we do have an altitude hold. That button there is altitude hold. That one's direction. Heading hold. We have a heading hold and an altitude hold in the Mi-8. I never use them. Unless I'm flying a long distance. So like I say, we are pretty much trimmed for a hover. All I'm doing is just gently tipping the helicopter towards the direction I want to move and controlling the attitude of the helicopter with the way the nose is pointing with the rudder. That's all I'm doing. And we're just slowly crabbing forwards. Thanks for the follow.
100.
And we need to put this just inside the wall in between the two vehicles.
Forward. 150. Right. 30. Right. 10.
Needs to go forward a touch. Okay, auto unhook.
Forward. 30. Left. 30. Forward.
Somewhere there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, moving out the way, retrimming. So that was done with hover trim. As you can see, it's pretty much halfway between the two vehicles where it should go. And that's underslinging with the Mi-8. And it's all practice. Ruby, hello, good to see you. I'm late, was at the vet with the dog. Well, I hope the dog's alright, buddy. We're doing some Mi-8 training today. We've done cold start, takeoff, landing, stopping, hovering, maneuvering, underslinging. How do you get the English instructions? I said that earlier, buddy. You need to set the helicopter to English, i.e. American or UK. If you set it as Russian, you get it all in Russian. But set it as an American helicopter, and you get it all in English. Okay, some aerobatic maneuvers now. Right, hammerhead. Basically, if you want to turn round, come back down the way you're coming, you basically build up some nice speed. You pull the nose up. Once you get to vertical, you kick the rudder over whichever direction you fancy. Drop the collective here. Vertical, kick the rudder. When she comes round, kick the rudder the other way. And put the collective back in as you dive down. Beautiful. Something like that. You can do a loop and a barrel roll in the Mi-8. I'm not going to do those. We've done them before. I don't know whether anybody would actually dare to do it in real life. But here in a sim, we can obviously push it to the limits. Because if we die, it doesn't matter. It's only pixels. But the hammerhead is something you see very often, is where they just pull up to the vertical and run rudder. Pull up to the vertical, kick the rudder over, kick the rudder the opposite way, and then feed the collective back in as you come down. Right, let's get some weapons. Now we're going to do the engine failure. I want to test this trigger. So, when we fly north of the airfield, we should lose some engines. Let's see if it works. I can put random triggers in anywhere on the map now, if it works. So you lose your engine, or one of them, or two of them, for a bit of fun. So it's going to be simulating where we're heading back. We did pick up some damage, and one of our engines is going to fail. Only one of them fails. The other one fails a little time after. So let's see if it works. So just north of the runway. And people will read DCS is bugged. No. I'll tell you there's an engine failure. I haven't done here, but we'll see. I don't know whether it's going to work. This is a test. So any second now we should lose the left engine. Nothing's happened. Interesting. Let's wait the 30 seconds. Nope, nothing's happened. Oh, there it goes. Yep. We just lost one engine. Left engine fail. We're okay, we can still fly on one engine as long as we're light. Let's see when the other engine goes. Take the brakes off. Might need to be a rolling landing. There it goes. Both engines fail. Drop the collective. That works! The trigger works! We lost one engine and then the other. Ah, broadsword, thank you very much. 8 months, dude! Thank you, buddy. So, both engines failed. Cool, that works. I'm so happy. If I ever have to fly again, I want Shifty to be my pilot. Yeah. I made it look easy because obviously I know it's going to happen. Okay. If that happens in real circumstances and you're not ready for it, trust me, it's a different ball game. Right, we're going to go grab some weapons now. Does anybody who wasn't here at the start want me to go through the cold start, my cold start? Otherwise, I'm going to jump in a hot start one. Just give somebody, if there's anybody there who missed the start, wants to see a cold start Mi-8, let me know.
Missile.
Dude,
Missile.
8 months and then followed by a 9 months. He's just pipped you to the post by an extra one. Currently on a 2-month streak. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Mafe. 64. I can never pronounce your name. Thanks for that, man. Broadsword, you're an absolute... Yes, please. You want to see the cold start? Okay. Cool. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into another cold one. Just for our man there. Right, so we're in a cold Mi-8. This is my startup. This is not as per the book. A lot of people do it differently, but this is the way I like to do it. This one is mine. So I just kick those numpties out. We're going to load up with some weapons first, so bear with me. Just going to put on some weapons. We're going to do gun pods first. Easy things first. Rockets and gun pods. So gun pods, normal gun pods, small ones. And we're going to put some rockets on. And a door gunner. So you can see that. Okay, load that. Right, cold start Mi-8 my way. This, like I say, it's not 100% by the book. So the first thing I do is drop the rotor brake, which is here. Turn the engine's stop handles to forward position, so they're on. Jump over to seat 2. Morning, folks. It's good to see you. Turn on the battery power and the standby gen. You don't have to do this. This is just the way I do it. I turn all of them on. And then we turn these circuit breakers here on, switches on, all in these big handles that turns them all in one go. So all these 6 banks are on. Then turn on the fire extinguisher. Okay, lights off. Turn on the fuel. Service left and right, fuel pumps. And then APU start. APU is starting up. You can hear it up there. And you can monitor and see it here. Wait till it settles just above 6 or just below 6. It will spike and then drop down. Wait till it settles. Okay, she's settled. Now we're good for engine start. But before we start engine, I always turn on this one over here and the countermeasures here and set those up before I go any further. And set the fuel to total. And then we spin around here, and where it says AC power, we turn these two to manual. Don't know what they do, we just turn them to manual to start the engines. Then I jump across to the center seat. Looking at the front panel here, we can set engine left or engine right to crank. You usually start the engine which is facing into the wind, or the one that's nearest the wind side, so we're going to start left. And start crank, and then press start. Ignition light comes on, wait for starter on, and then wait. While we're waiting, we can I turn on the arc there and the altitude warning, and wait for those while we're waiting for the engine to start. You can monitor the engine start here and here, and you can see the rotor blade starts to spin. Once we get some hydraulic system pressure here, or green light on the hydraulic system, we can then select engine right and press start. So far today we've covered cold start, hovering, trimming, underslinging, stopping, manoeuvring, engine failure. What else? What else do we need? Okay, notice it we had the flash of the red light, now we've got the green light. That means we can start the other one. Ignition on, starter on, and that engine is starting. Fire systems here. Anti-icing is here. If you need it, some missions and campaigns you'll need to use the anti-icing. You'll need the fire stuff. in case stuff happens. I still don't understand this panel. I just mash the buttons when I get some warnings, but I'm always too late. Both engines are currently starting up. This is your lights and your dust protection. You've got these two center ones here with these two lights is your dust protection. You'll need this on in the desert areas if you're doing low stuff and you're going to be sort of kicking up a load of dust. Turn on those two. What else is there? We'll go through weapons in a mo. Okay, monitor the two engines. Once these two needles are synced, we can continue.
Pull up. Pull up.
Dude, thank you very much for the follows. Thanks for all the follows today. Nice to see us. Okay, so both engines are now synced. We can power them both up to operating, running, whatever you call it, RPM. So I'm just going to power them both up. You push them all the way, they'll spike and drop down and settle where they're supposed to settle. Make sure the brakes are on and the collective is set to 0. Okay, they both peaked and they both settled. Cool. Next, now we don't need the engine start anymore. We turn this back to center, turn this crank off, turn this off here, and turn the APU off. The engines are now providing power. Jump over to seat 2, turn on the 2 generators, turn on the 3 rectifiers, and then put these 2 switches down to auto. That's basically the engines in the helicopter running. Now you just turn on systems that require, so heating, battery, dust protection and lights as set is required. It's up to you. Then we need to turn on a few systems here if you're going to be using them. I just turn them all on automatically every time. So it's the bottom 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one over here. Don't ask me what they do, I just turn them on. Same over here. This time it's only 3, 1, 2, 3, and the one up here. Then we turn on the autopilot management system and set the altitude warning as required. 15 meters I like. Radios is up here. Weapon systems we're going to go through in a minute. So that is the helicopter now ready to fly. Whoa, what's going on here? My underslinging box is in the mid-air. Don't forget the air conditioning, I don't like it. My underslinging box is... Auntie, I'm in single player. Why is this doing this? Auntie static! Why is my box up in the air? Why is it going up? It's actually going up as we speak. What the fuck? Is the other one lifting up as well? Where's the other one? No, the other one's still on the ground. I wonder if that's going to start lifting up. What is going on? It's moving! I'm scared. Can we fly into it, I wonder. Right, okay. So, now our helicopter's up and running, you need to get the weapon systems up and running. If we have a look outside, we have the 2 rocket pods and the smaller caliber gun pods. There are 2 different types of gun pods, we'll go through both. It's a full sim, correct. Right, so weapon systems. Very straightforward. We have these extra 3 banks here of switches. We need to turn them all on. Okay? So, bank 1, 2, 3. Then we turn on master power on and main switch on. Now we have some lights here. Okay? Then we turn on the master arm switch up here. And we jump across to seat 2 and check out the panel here. Now, this is your weapon selector panel. Okay? So currently it's in position 1, which is for rockets. We have rockets, so we're going to set those up. But we also have gun pods. So we can spin this round to where it says gun. Okay? So if you want to fire the rockets, it needs to be in position 1, 3, or 4. If you want to fire the gun, it needs to be in position 5. So position 6 actually, because position 5 is for the other gun pods and bombs. Weight of the package, £2,000. £2,200, buddy. So, okay, that's your selector switch. Let's go back to the main seat. Up here, we have our pilot's control for the weapon systems, so he can set a few parameters to do with them. But first, because we've got rockets, we need to arm the fire extinguishers on the pylons. So we push this into rocket, RS, and then we press the fire test unit arm, and a light will come on here and here somewhere. So press and test this. And we've got the 2 fire extinguishers armed here. Okay, we're now set up to fire rockets. If you want to fire the gun, we need to select gun over here and gun here, UPK. And then you need to select 800 or 622, depending which caliber guns you want to fire. We have 3 red lights here with ammo counters. The only ones we're interested in these 2 because this one is for the other gun pods. So we select here 622. We now have the 7.62 caliber machine guns. Okay. If we select 800, we now have the 12.7 caliber machine guns. You can't fire both. Okay, so 7.62, 12.7. Back to center, down to rocket for rockets, select here for rockets. This is what makes the Mi-8 difficult, because you have to set this, you need this switch down here if you're dropping bombs, you need this switches here, set in the correct position depending which weapon system you've got. There's lots of things to screw up. Right, so we got rockets first, we'll take off. Bear in mind the weapon systems are pretty much in line with the rotor hub. It doesn't really affect the COG in the way the aircraft flies. You can feel the weight, but it doesn't affect the way she feels when you're carrying weapons. It's quite cool. When you carry weapons on the Huey, you'll notice it's very nosy on the Huey. The Mi-8 doesn't feel like that. Lifting up. We will need a lot more collective than before, because we're a little bit heavier. Okay, we're in a hover. Going to spin it round so we can see where we're going. Follow a little track out. And let's go fire some rockets. Watch out for that container. Okay, so on our up on our HUD now we have a fixed sight which is adjustable with this knob here. I never touch it, but you can adjust it with this knob here. You are supposed to come in at a certain speed and a certain angle of attack and fire the damn things, but what I do is I use the force. Fire one rocket and then adjust. It's the best way to do it. But anyway, we've got rockets, so we're going to go fire those. First of all. Multiplayer possible, yes. Not in the same helicopter, no. Coming. 2 weeks. They're working on it. We've got multi-crew in the Huey, not in the Mi-8 yet. We've got Yuri and Agent Smith over there. I don't like Agent Smith, so I'll get them out. There's Yuri, though. Hello, Yuri. So we're going to go fire some rockets at those targets that shot at me earlier. And then we'll use the gun. So bear in mind, rockets on helicopters are not very accurate. They are a suppressive weapon, so an area suppression weapon. So you just sort of come in with a rocket run, fire as many rockets as you've got, and try and kill some stuff. If you kill some stuff, good. If you don't worry about it. The guns, however, you can be a bit more accurate with. But the rockets, Afternoon, Ritu, good to see you. So we're coming in with rockets first. So we've set this to rockets. You can fire them in salvos, depending which pods and how many rockets you've got. You can select the pods here and the amount of rockets that are going to come out. Currently it's set for 4, 16 and 8. I leave it on 4. So 2 from each side will come out. But nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. Helium delivery. Let me just pause. Press F11. Where's my box? Look at it! Is it still moving up? Is it still going up? Let's have a look. Oh, we've paused. I've got to unpause. Yes, it's still moving. It's continually going up. It's getting a new toy, not 8 Fleur. Yeah, but I don't understand, Ritu. What is the point of an Atfleur? It's exactly the same as a T-Pod. It's got the same capabilities. It's nice, but it's exactly the same. Was it filled with helium? I've obviously been talking too much shit and filled it up. Right, so we're going to come in for a rocket run. What I recommend is fast approach, break off before you get to the target. Don't overfly it. If you're going to overfly it, get low after the target. Let's see if we can find the targets first. Far tree line. Not the. It's after the big tree line. See, we got this small tree line, we got the big clump of trees, and then we got another small tree line. It's in the small tree line furthest. Because it is the actual pod our F-18's used. Roger that. I mean, it's cool, but it's exactly the same as a T-pod. I just frustrates me the amount of man hours that went into it when there's so much stuff that needs fixing. There's so much stuff needs fixing, like my floating container. No, but we'll have an AT Fleur that does exactly the same job as a T-pod. But no, Shifty, you'll have to put up with a floating container after you've done some underslinging, because the AT Fleur is more important than the actual working fricking game. I'm only kidding, Wags. You know I love you. I'm a DCS addict. I'm addicted to DCS and I'm passionate about it. That's why. That's all it is. It's passion. Right, okay. I can taste the saltiness. Good morning. Hello. I'm not salty, buddy. I'm just passionate about DCS. Fix the damn bugs. Schnara, you haven't seen it, have you? Look, Schnara, look. It's floating, and if I unpause, it's actually still going up. It's moving in an upwards direction. Look. Ready? Unpause. It's moving, look. It's going up. It's getting higher. FA8 is their cash cow. I don't think the sales are, the initial sales are done. It's not continually selling that hot, I don't think. Maybe, who knows. Right, we're coming in rockets. So we should be all armed, correct? Final check. Yep. Yep. Okay, we're set. Looking for my target. Oh, he's shooting at me. He's shooting grenades at me. I can hear the grenades going off. Don't hit me. Okay, lining up for my rocket shot. Check the bubble. We're centered. Check range. Ranging shot. Looks good to me. Oh, we hit something. Oh shit, we're in trouble. Break off. Oh shit! Left engine fire. I thought I hit the left engine one. I think it's out. We're okay. We've got one engine. I've shot one engine down. We're going to try and fly back on one engine. Jettison the all the pods. Okay, that lessened the weight off. We're good. I did kill the vehicle that shot me. That's a proper emergency. We got hit in the left engine, set it on fire. We discharged the main and the backup, and we shut down the engine, and we're flying on one engine. See if we can get back to base. As long as we keep the speed up, we should be okay. Release the brakes. But there you go. That was a rocket attack. As long as we keep the speed up, we should be okay. We don't have enough engine power to probably hover. So as long as we keep the speed up, we should be good. Let's see if we can get back to base. That was kind of cool, a proper emergency. But we killed the guy. I did kill him. I'll pause. Pause. F2, control F11, move over there. I did actually kill the vehicle that was shooting at me. So it was a good rocket attack. But as you can see, it's very, very dangerous. You might lose the right one too. Those temperatures don't look good. Okay, I'll have a look in a sec, buddy. But as you can see, my rocket run on that vehicle was pretty good. We run rockets all the way through him, and we actually got some on target. And we killed him. So that was pretty damn cool. That was pretty good. Good rocket run. Temperatures Oh shit, you're right. The right temperature does not look good. So let's remove the dust protection. That should help cool it. Well, we might lose the right engine as well here. I'm just dropping the power a bit more. Trying to fly with less power. Okay, temperatures come down nicely. Yeah, open the dust protection. That means we can fly with less power. And that's helped. Thanks, buddy. Can we make it back to base? The speed is slowly coming off. I don't want to increase the power.
Pull up! Pull up!
Dude, thanks for following. Arnie UK! Come on! Get to the chopper! We're doing an Mi-8 stream today. We're covering everything Mi-8. It's my favourite helicopter and my most flown module in DCS. By a long way. More than double the hours of anything else. Absolutely love it, I do. Very capable, fun helicopter. Lose an engine, no problem, Yuri. We go back to base. We have vodka. Okay, engine temperatures just hovering below the orange. We're okay. Falcon, good to see you, man. Nice to see so many of you. Like I say, we're doing Mi-8 stuff today. We've done cold start, hovering, manoeuvring, stopping the darn thing, fast stops, underslinging, some setting up weapons. We've done rockets. We are going to go through gun pods, bombs, door gunner. We do have a door gunner, but we need to get a fresh helicopter. Okay, we're making it back, no problem. I can see my container. It's getting higher and higher and higher. I wonder if we can fly into it. This is going to be a bit of a test. Is that container actually there? Or is it just a graphics bug? I'm going to attempt to fly through the container. So if it blows up, it's not my... Did you ride last time on a bike? Yes, I did. I took the bike out, buddy. I took the bike out. I need fuel, though. I didn't. It's raining today, but I didn't go to the petrol station, so she is very empty. But yeah, me and the bike went out and had a little bit of fun. Thanks for asking. You only have the Huey. This one's way better. But the Mi-24 is coming. Wait for the Mi-24. Mi-24 is going to be the best module in DCS by a long way. I'm biased, but you know. Mi-8's my most flown, so yeah. I saw bikers yesterday in Poland. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right, so we're going to attempt to fly through that container to see if it's actually there, or it's just an illusion. Not an illusion, that's an illusion. An illusion. I'll go home now, shall I? Bloody jokes. Right, here we go. Is that container actually there, or is it an illusion? No, it's there! That's just too funny. That's too funny. The container's still there. What the fuck? Anti-static. What is going on? Who needs? You don't need. What do you call it? Coastal defence balloons. The the barrage balloons that the British and other countries used during the earlier wars. You just load DCS and launch containers into the air. That's just too funny. Oh man. Okay. We're not going to do another. I've got some hot start ones already. I got hot start ones. Right, so we've done rockets. We're not going to cover rockets again. We shall do guns, gun pods, and a door gunner. We'll demonstrate these. Okay, pods, small gun pods. And everything else looks good. Right, so when you jump in a hot start aircraft, Okay, there are a few things that you just need to double check that you're happy with. Usually countermeasures, which are currently on, which is okay, but we just need to set those up. Okay, check the fuel. And the weapon systems will not be on. So we need to arm the weapon systems. So bank 1, 2, 3 for weapons. Turn on master power, turn on main switch, and turn on master arm. We are firing gun pods first, so we're going to select guns over here. Why is this not on? Ah, now it is. Okay, set the altitude warning. And set this up for gun pods. And check the lights here. Okay, so that's the 7.62. And that's the 12.7. We'll go 7.62 to start with. Okay, door gunner. Now there is an option, as you can see now in the bottom right, for door gunner control panel, the AI panel. It is in the, let me just show you, it is in the controls menu under AI panel show hide. Okay, set a button up for this, you'll need it. Okay, so as you can see we have a door gunner, and he's currently, we have the left hand gunner, and he's set to hold. You need to change this hold by pressing left control, left Windows 4 until it says free fire. So left control, left Windows 4 until it says free fire. He will engage now targets that come into his arc of fire. You can see the door gunner there on the side. So once he's set, we no longer need to see the control panel. A lot of people get angry at me leaving that up, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, let's lift off, and we'll run through guns and door gun. Thanks, Ritu. I don't need to see it again. I've seen it. Okay, let's move. But it's nice to see so many of you. Thanks for joining me for an Mi-8 stream. I know the helicopters are not so popular in DCS, and not. I know when I do YouTube videos on the helicopters, they're not viewed half as much as the other ones. So, very strange, but nice of you to join me. Right, guns. We currently have the 7.62, so that should be the red tracers. So I'm just going to give it a quick test fire. As you can see, red tracers come out of the gun pods. If I select the 12.7, we get the green tracers. So 12.7, we select the 800 here, and we should now have green tracers and a slightly different sound. So as you can see, you've got a lot of ammunition. You've got 900 rounds per side on the 12.7, and you've got 1,800 on the 7.62s. Lots and lots of bullets. The door gunner, he has 50 rounds, I think, and then he has to reload. But he has lots and lots of reloads. The door gunner, obviously you need to orbit the target in a left-hand orbit and make sure he's pointing towards the target. So if you look out this window, if you can see the target in this window, he can usually engage it as long as you're not too far or too high. Hi. You love the Mi-8 streams. Oh, nice one. Ben from Zambia, I prefer the helis. Nice, buddy. Nice. I mean, my most fun module is the Mi-8. I absolutely love it. Love it to bits. I first saw STPE Isegrim flying this, and I went and bought it. I used to watch Schnara and Isegrim before I started streaming, and they used to fly KA-50s, and Isegrim used to fly the Mi-8 quite a lot, and he inspired me to get it, as well as another streamer, what was his name? Captain Anony used to fly this a lot on stream, and I went and got it after seeing it, and I was like, just fell in love with it straight away. It's absolutely fantastic. Great fun. I just love the fact this thing's got so many switches. And it's not easy to learn because of the way the weapon systems work. I found it quite a challenge to learn the weapon systems, and probably why I enjoy it so much. I mean, what's the Huey? You click on one switch down there, two switches down in the center console to turn the weapons on? No, Mi-8. No, you got about 30 switches you have to turn. So much fun. It doesn't make it any better, but it's just what I prefer it. Okay, we're coming in guns. I don't think there's anything there that should shoot me apart from the soldiers. I think the vehicle... I killed the only vehicle that shoots at me. He's the major threat. But after you turn all those switches on, you don't touch them anymore. Yeah, you do. You need to switch, and this switch into the correct positions to operate the weapons. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if you're using bombs. Switches that you need to operate once you've turned them all on, buddy. So now you've still got lots of switches you need to make sure in the right position when you're changing between them. And what I like about it, they're all over the place. You've got weapon switch here, weapon switch here, weapons here, weapons here, weapons up here. How many places in the cockpit do you have to look to set the weapons up? It's mad. I can't wait for the Mi-24, because I know the 24 is going to be similar. It's going to be quite difficult to master.
Pull up, pull up.
Right, we're running in with 7.62. These will not destroy things like BMPs. They will destroy trucks and jeeps and soldiers, but you will not destroy light armor with these guns. Things like BMPs and BTR-80s you will struggle with. You'll need the 12.7s. And even the 12.7 will struggle against the lightly armoured vehicles. You cannot, with guns on this helicopter, damage tanks. So we have a variety of vehicles here. I'm going for a Humvee first. There's a Humvee. I'm going for him first, and then we've got some fuel trucks and other stuff. Let's see how we go. So we're lining up on a Humvee, guns. So what I like to do is aim low, walk through the target. So just aim low and then walk the guns through the target. And we got him. Oi! Oh, door gunner's shooting. Nice. He killed a soldier. So as you can see, the 7.62s managed to deal with the Humvee no problem in one pass. So I'm going to set up for the 12.7. And just put the sight just below the target, and then sort of drive the helicopter in a straight line through the target when you're doing a gun run. Bear in mind, this only works if they're not shooting at you too much. If there's too much shooting back at you, this doesn't work. You end up dead. Or limping home like we did last mission. Here we go, this time the big guns. Got a fuel truck. Morning, Septic Wask. Hello, good to see you. The most sold helicopter in the world, was it? Okay, again, put the gun sight on target, check the slip meter. Aim just short of the target and walk the bullets through. And then break off. And we got him. So that's the best way to do it. I don't like to overfly the target unless I absolutely have to. With guns, it's very difficult to... You're going to be overflying the target, but if you're going to fly over the target, get low, get faster. I just had 8 F-15s fly over, heading northeast. Nice, Launder, nice. Unless it's a crate, correct. Like I say, I'm testing. This is for your value. Testing. Bug fixed, 2 weeks. Roger that, Falcon. Bug fixed in 2 weeks. I won't quote you on it. Right, one more, and then we'll use the door gunner a little bit. In fact, well, no, we'll use the door gunner. I think you get the idea with guns. Very straightforward. Very straightforward. We did 2 gun runs. We'll do another door gunner run. So we know there's more targets down there. So what we need to do is sort of fly past so the door gunner's going to get shots on them. So we're going to come in low, not too fast. If you fly too fast, he won't be able to hit anything. So we're going to fly low to the right of the target so the target passes on my left-hand side. And let the door gunner do some action. Bear in mind that the faster you go and you're manoeuvring, he won't hit very much, but here we go. Is that it? He's having to reload now. He's reloading. Yeah. Oh no, he's back on it. He's back on it. Oh, he got it. Next. He's having some fun. There's 2 soldiers down here. They're running around. Are you going to go for them or are you reloading? Oh, he's got him. As you can see, the door gunner's pretty darn effective. Wait, stop shooting at me. Right, let's get out of here. So that's door guns and the small gun pods. We'll go get the big gun pods now. Basically, they work exactly the same, except this gun pod, the 23mm gun pod, has a bit more kick to it, but it still struggles to kill tanks. It can still, you know, it can, with a lot of hits, destroy the tanks. But you know, you can destroy BMPs, BTRs, Bradleys,
Pull up.
so long as they're not shooting back at you. Fairly easy with the other gun pods. You can orbit. Yes, you can dart. Yeah. You can orbit, but if you're orbiting, don't forget they're shooting back at you. You're going to die. You're going to die. Thanks for following. I just wanted to show people, you know, run through everything Mi-8 today. I absolutely love this module. Dare I say, it's probably my favourite module. I know I love the Tomcats and I love the F-16 and the Harrier, but I fly this more than anything. I just love it. If you want to explore the map, jump in a helicopter. You can find some interesting stuff. We had a real emergency. We got an engine shot out, set on fire. That was kind of cool. I haven't had that in ages. Last time that happened to me, I actually died. I got it down safe, but I didn't get the fire out. But today we managed to do it properly. Put the fire out, shut down the engine, made it back to base. Look at it. That container's still flying. It's getting higher and higher. I wonder if we can shoot the container. I will try and shoot the container. But we're going to go grab the other gun pods. We've already covered rockets. That just leaves the other gun pods, and I'm not going to cover the grenade launchers. The grenade launchers are a waste of time. Just don't bother with them. Just put more rockets on that pot, those pylons. The grenade launchers really are a waste of time. You cannot hit anything with that damn thing. Although last time we did stream it, I did manage to hit something. But we will do dumb bombs. Dumb bombs are fun. They're very, very difficult to use and hit anything. It takes a lot of practice. But they are a lot of fun when you hit something. Which type of rockets you recommend? The second one's down. Yeah, the KOMs. I think it's the KOMs. I like them all, but don't take the smoke rockets. I've done that before. I don't know whether they come. Which helicopter was I in last time? No, I was in the Su-25A, and I took 1,000 rockets, and it was all smoke rockets. I was like, no, don't do that. Right, let's see if we can shoot the mid-air container. Oh, in case no one is... was there a question? Silly question, mate. Once downloaded your missions, how do I use them? Okay, yeah, you need to put them in the Safe Games folder missions. Somebody typed that, Laundart. Thanks, Laundart. See, that's why you got the sword. I knew there was a reason I give you the sword. That's why you're a moderator, buddy. You're just a very helpful guy. Right, let's see if we can shoot this mid-air container, because it's... are you playing offline? I play only offline, buddy. I do very occasionally do multiplayer. I don't like multiplayer. Stutters, crashes, mission restarts. Especially when streaming, it makes life awkward. I just like to sit and fly, so I can sit and yabber for 3 hours, you know. We've been going 2 hours and haven't stopped talking. Hey, no worries, buddy, no worries. Let's see if we can shoot this thing. So, slip indicator is pretty central. So if I put it in the crosshair, we should kill him. If I hit him. Just checking fire. Okay, they're falling low. We know it's solid because I flew into it. Okay, the container looks damaged. Whoa, we got a bit stuttery when we flew past that container. Whoa. Apologies for that. Right, let's come in for a landing. Where'd that Mi-8, Mi-24 go? It hasn't RTB'd. That's the second one. The first one should be there. He hasn't RTB'd. He's been instructed to land on the same spot. I wonder why he hasn't. I wonder why he hasn't. So I've never carried bombs with any other weapon loadout, so we're going to try that. So bear with me 2 secs. So we're going to put on the big gun pods. The AP-30... no, that's the grenade launchers. Don't ever take the AP-30s. You want the 23 250s, these things. These are really good. But they have don't have very much ammo, 125 rounds per gun. And let's bring some bombs. I've never carried bombs and gun pods or any other weapon system. So let's see if that works. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, that looks good. Make sure the window is open. When you request weapon load. Otherwise you have to set it onto intercom to talk to the ground. Or open the window. The gun is bigger. Yes, this is a bigger gun. Is VRS an issue in the Mi-8? It can be. It can be. I already covered that earlier on, buddy, about an hour ago. So we're just rearming with bombs and the big gun pods. These are twin 23mm cannons. So this thing actually has 4 23mm cannons on it now. And 4 bombs. This should be interesting. Okay, so we're just going to talk through before we get airborne. Just let me turn that off a minute. I'm getting a little bit of a headache. That constant pitch for 2 hours, that pitch is giving me a bit of a headache. Oh, hello, Mr. Kruberex. 23mm. Right, okay. So, for these gun pods, we need to make sure this switch is in the UPK, I think it is, or is it PKT? I'm not sure. I think it's UPK. But this switch is in the center position. This switch over here, we need to put into number 4 or number 5. Either or 4 or 5. When I jump over there, you'll see. It won't let me jump over there. Okay, you'll see here the symbols here. This 4 or 5. These are the large gun pods. These two here. So we need this switch in number 4 or 5 for this gun pod. These are rockets. These are bombs. These are bombs, rockets, gun pods and rockets, gun pods and bombs. Okay. So we need to put this in number 5 to operate this. VRS is an issue with any helicopters except the Gazelle to me. The Gazelle does VRS, but yeah, it just put the collective back up and it's fine. But yeah, okay, VRS is definitely a thing, buddy. Right, okay, so let's continue. So we need to turn this one into position 5 because we've got rockets and bombs, and we need to set this switch up here for the bombs. Okay, bombs are ready to go. Basically, if you set this to off, you can select the bombs round to 2. That will drop 2 at a time. It will go 2, 4, 6, 8 every time I press the switch, and it will release 2 at a time. Or if you set it to 1, we'll drop 1 at a time as I press the switch, and it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and drop 8 bombs. We don't have 8 bombs. You only ever got 6. I don't know why it goes to 8. So yeah, this is your bomb selector switch, and you turn it on. Now we'll drop bombs. Okay. You also need to set up a switch for dropping bombs separate to firing the other weapon system. So the bombs require a different switch. So weapons fire is release weapons, but drop bombs is that one there. is ESBR Position Selector Rotate. Refers to the stations, does it? I don't know, just the number of bombs, buddy. So you'll need to set up a button for ESBR Position Selector Rotate, and that will drop the bombs. Okay. Looking at the ED forums, I cannot find a post about the patch being delayed. The patch delayed till the 7th of April. I just thought I'd put it in the title for a bit of fun. So make sure you set this switch here if you want to use bombs, okay? Right, now, to fire the cannons, make sure these two lights are on. Yeah, it needs to be in the UPK. See that? You need to select this switch here into UPK. Now we have the two cannons and we have 125 shots in each gun. Plenty of bullets. And we have bombs. So let's go try this. Lifting for a hover. Again, the weapon systems on the Mi-8 are very close to the C of G, center of gravity. So loading weapons doesn't affect how this thing hovers, unlike the Huey. Because the rocket pods are forward of the center of gravity on the Huey, and the guns, I think, it does affect the way the Huey flies once you load it with weapons. It needs a lot more aft stick when you take off initially. Not in the Mi-8. It basically hovers and operates the same whether it's got weapons or not. I know I've said it before, but some people have joined since. Right, okay, let's go fire the 23 mils and drop some bombs. Bombs in the Mi-8 is very much use the force. Practice, practice, practice. The gun pods, however, exactly like the previous gun pods, aim just below the target, fire just before the target crosses through the crosshair, and continue flying the helicopter in a straight line through the target. The bullets will obviously walk through the target. If you want to concentrate fire onto the target, just as the bullets approach the target and start hitting, just push the stick very slightly forward to maintain the bullet stream on the target. Cool loadout. Yes, buddy. Cool loadout. Kubraks, I think you missed it earlier, but I don't know whether you've noticed, behind my aircraft I did some underslinging, but the container is floating in midair and it's been going slowly upwards. The container's been going slowly higher and higher and higher, and we flew into it deliberately to see if it was collidable, but it's still there. Continue. Do you have any idea how to bomb accurately? Yeah, just like I say, you fly towards a target at the same speed, same altitude constantly, and learn when to release the bombs. Eventually, with muscle memory and a bit of skill, you will start to hit more often than not. But it is all about practice, practice, practice. Fly at the same altitude, same speed. As the targets drop below the nose, release the bombs. And note where they're landing. Correct on your next pass. So on and so on and so on. There's no bomb sight, no. So first of all, we're going to come in with guns. There's one more vehicle, and then we'll just attempt to drop a bomb on one of these buildings, just so you can see. We'll find a building that's fairly obvious on its own somewhere, and we can practice bomb runs on it to see how close we can get. We may even get a hit. Who knows? But we'll run in guns on the target area first. An eye reference could help in the cockpit. Yeah, I use this, buddy. I use this window here. See this little window here? And just as I'm flying over the target, I sort of just judge when it's a good place to release and then just adjust. This little window here, you can see here, this one here. Obviously, it's been made by the what do you call it? What is it? Console. The console stand and the front window here makes a little square window, and I tend to use that. We'll go through a couple, buddy, and we'll see how it goes. Like I say, it depends on your speed and altitude, but we'll run through it. Give me 5 minutes to do the gun runs first. Or you could jump into this seat, and we could use the center window we could use this this beam here as a rough guide. You could use that, or you can do it from this seat. You can still use it. It's up to you. I aim for 200, and I just try and keep the altitude at around about 200. As you can see, we're flying at 200 kph. We're flying at 200 feet or meters. Try and keep these and this steady and this steady. So your slip meter, your climbing, your altitude and your speed, keep them similar, and it's up to you which ones you want to practice. Don't use mine. Practice yours. Whatever feels comfortable to you, buddy. But yeah, definitely pay attention to your slip meter, whatever this is called, the little ball that tells you whether you're side slipping, and then watch these three. But we're coming in guns first anyway, if I've got a target up. Do we have a target up? Okay, there's a truck there in the middle. I see him. Again, we're running in guns.
Pull up! Pull up!
Where are you? I've lost him. There he is. Okay. Probably got a bit too much speed up for guns. Try a long-range gun shot, just to see where they're falling. Oh wow, nearly hit him. And we killed him. So that's the 23mm cannons. You can see, very effective. Very effective. Okay, bombs. Let's find a target to bomb. See if we can find something that's going to be fairly easy to see and consistent. Just looking for see if we can find a lone farmhouse that's sort of stuck out on its own. So like I say, you need to set a button up that spins this switch. It's all set up ready to go, and it will drop one bomb at a time. I'm just trying to find something that we can use as a good target, so we can run in at the same altitude, same speed, and set it all up. Find a bridge. Yeah, there was a bridge on the road. There was. That'll be a good point. We'll do that. There was a bridge. Let's do that. Devil Tech, thanks for the idea. I was thinking about that, but I was trying to find a red roof building that's on its own. They all seem to be in a bunch of trees. Okay, we'll use the bridge. There is a bridge over there. Where was it? Is it up there or is it up there? Let's see if we can find it. Where are you? There it is. Got it. Okay. So we're just going to run on that bridge there. I'm just going to set up on this road. We're going to set up at 200 feet, or 200 meters, sorry, 200 kph. Get everything nice and level, fly down this road and see if we can drop a bomb on that bridge there. So I'm just gaining a bit of altitude. Then we'll change the heading and speed and see how it goes. Okay, I got 200, swinging round nice and slow, not too aggressive. Don't want to kill too much speed, although I've got the altitude to make it back up. Okay. So what you need to do is run in at a at a same altitude and speed each time, and then adjust to correct from your last drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop when it hits that window, just to see where it goes. It might not be accurate, but we'll see. So I'm at 200 altitude, I'm at 200 speed, flying straight towards the target. My slip meter is good. My vertical speed is stationary. Everything looks good, and we just fly directly over the target. See where it goes, and then we adjust. Speed good, altitude good. I'm going to see it any second. I'm a little bit off, so I'm using that window. There should be a bomb away. Why didn't we drop? Why didn't we drop a bomb? No bomb dropped. Why didn't we drop a bomb? That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Why didn't we drop? Try it again. From what I found, bombs were used for ice packs on rivers. Panel off. That. The right panel off. It's not, it's on. 2 switches are off. Have I got the wrong switches again? Thanks, buddy. I forgot those 2 switches. Let's try it again.
Pull up, pull up.
Can't wait for the hind. Me either, buddy. Me either. I forgot the 2 switches on that panel. Thanks, Gash. Eagle-eyed Gash spotted it. Doesn't miss anything, that Gash. Okay, setting up for it again. We've got 2 bridges. I'm going to aim at the second one, not the first one. We are going to be slightly left of target. Yeah, we're definitely slightly left of target. But that doesn't matter. Let's see if we get the distance right. So we're just slightly left of target, I feel, when we drop this bomb. Okay, altitude's good, speed is good. Everything looks good, slip meter is good, target window is in sight. Let's see where the bomb drops when I see the window. Weapon away. Oh, that... What? Well, it was a good drop. It dropped that. Okay. Lol. Yeah. You need to select the correct pylons. It should be pylons 1, 2... No, 1, 3, 4 and 6. Pylons 2 and 4 currently have gun pods on. So we just jettisoned a gun pod, that's all. Because I'm just rotating the switch to the next station as I press. It just cycles to the next station. We dropped the wrong station. Whoopsie. So this is station 3 coming up now, which should be our bloody bomb. 3rd time lucky. This is, like I say, this is the first time I've ever flown with a mixed loadout. You normally just take bombs only. I've never taken a mixed load up like this, so let's see how it goes. Running in for another bomb run, building up some speed. Altitude's good. Just need a little bit more speed. Adjusting the heading. Let's see. It was a good drop though. It landed right on target. Okay, speed is good. Altitude is good. View looks good. Weapon away. Hooray, a bomb's falling. And it's a little bit long, look. So that means we drop too late. So you need to drop when the target's here. Because this is too late. Okay, so station 4 should be next, which should be another bomb. Just double check. No, that's going to be a gun pod. That should be a gun pod. I'm going to drop it. No, that's a bomb. Why are we not dropping those right pods? Confused.com. Shifty's doing something wrong. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's what I say. It's just practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more runs you do, you need to practice coming in at a set speed, a set altitude, and you'll get a feel for it then. Once you get a feel for it, you'll be able to do it from any altitude, any speed. Once you get used to exactly, you know, where the bomb's going to go. It's like everything in DCS. So I need to drop it a little earlier, just before the window. So I'm going to just lean this way to do it. Let's see if we can get on. Okay, there's the altitude. Now we just need to get the speed down a little. Okay, looking good. Let's go get the speed off a little. Ah, it didn't drop again. What's going on? Don't take mixed loadouts. I definitely pushed the button and it definitely spun, but it didn't drop a bomb. I said on the wrong place. This is why I don't take mixed. I've never tried mixed loadout. It seems a bit odd. Trying to drop a bomb and it's. Never mind. Try again. If at first you fail, keep failing. No, try again. I've done it before on stream, we hit targets. It does work. Just takes you a bit of practice. Okay. Okay, altitude's coming up, speed's coming up. It's going to be close enough. So halfway down the window I'm going to drop it. Oh, that's a bloody... Oh, I've got 2 bombs left. Stop doing this to me. Stop doing this to me. Come on. Just stop it. I just want to drop a bomb. Specific stations, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in for a bomb run this time. I'm just going to spam the button and we'll drop everything. Shifty, we're on a supply mission or bomb run. We're going through everything on Mi-8. We've done startup, hovering, stopping, taxiing, maneuvering, engine failure, underslinging. We've done a bit of everything, buddy. We've gone through gun pods, door gunners, rocket pods. Now we're going through bombs, but I'm failing hard with the bombs, but you know. DCS being DCS doesn't like me most days. When I try and stream it, it always goes wrong on stream. Whenever you're going to stream something, if it's going to go wrong, it's when you're streaming it. So these things happen. I'm just going to spam all the buttons. I'm just going to spam the button as we go past. Let's see how close we can get to this bridge. I'm a little fast, I'm a little high. I'm just correcting, checking the slip meter. Nearly there. I'm still a little fast. Okay, coming up to 200. Looking good. I'm just going to spam the button, see if we drop something. 3, 2, 1. No, those two don't want to come off. I just spammed the button all the way around. Yeah, they don't come off. For some reason, these two will not drop. These two outer bombs will not drop for some reason. Don't know why. So I'm just going to set this to bomb only. Where are yeah, bomb only number 2. We're going to set this to disarm. We're going to spin it round to drop 2 at a time. And I'm just going to spam the button as we go around. Arm bombs. Let's try that again. If not, I'll go grab some fresh loadout. I'll grab a fresh helicopter and a fresh loadout. It may have confused it putting on the two different weapon types. It won't drop the 2 outer ones for some reason. We'll try it again. See, I'm going to pause. See, my logic, the way my brain thinks, okay, I'm actually thinking, if I set this... Oh, I need to unpause to jump seat. If I set this to position 5, the computer... look, there's no bomb there. It's got a bomb there and a gun pod there, and it won't drop this one. Same here.
Pull up.
Station 1 and 6 will not drop because I had it set on number 5. So I've just changed it to position 2 so I can drop this outer bomb here. I see what the problem is. Because we drop this, and then we drop this, and then it won't drop the outer station. Position 1 and 6. Now it will, because I've set it to position 2, which is all bombs. But, yeah. My brain was thinking, because I've got this gun pod on, it won't drop the gun pod if I put it into bomb mode. It will just skip this station and move to this one. But my brain obviously wasn't on the right wavelength. This is the Mi-8, and it needs to be in position 2 or 3 to drop the bomb on the outer station. Simples. I figured it out, what I was thinking about it. Okay, this time the bombs will definitely drop. Are they going to be on target? They're definitely going to drop because we've set it to the right station now. But, are they going to be on target? There's the altitude, there's the speed. Just need to get the line up. Watch the slip. Okay, speed and altitude, not quite there, close enough. Just need to move a little bit more to the right. Okay, that looks good. When the bridge is halfway up the window, we're a little fast. Just try and slow down a little bit. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Halfway down. Bombs are away. And still a little bit late. So, what I can say from that is, drop the bombs when the target's here. I dropped here. Drop the bombs when the target's here. Just below this beam. I'm going to go grab some more. And we'll be fine now. I'll grab some more because I want to see this through. I worked out what the problem was. That selector switch. You can't drop the outer station in selection 4 or 5. And that container's getting higher and higher. Okay, we'll go grab some more. We'll come in for a fast stop for those that missed it. The fast stop I recommend when you're coming in at over 200 kph. Don't just pull the nose up, drop the collective in a straight line. What you do is you fly past the target, do a 270-degree turn, and slow it down that way. Obviously, if the landing zone allows you the space to do that. If you're coming in for a very tight landing zone, you won't be able to do that, but, you know, situation dictates. Hello Max, good to see you. We're doing Mi-8 stuff, nice to see you. We've covered pretty much everything so far. We just want to get the bombs on target for our man who's asking questions. And we still have a floating container. It's getting bigger. Is it me, or is it that getting bigger? It can't be just me. Is that thing getting bigger? It definitely looks bigger. That's definitely getting bigger. That problem is common in multiplayer. Yeah, I know.
Pull up.
I'm not in multiplayer though. That's definitely getting bigger. I'm going to pause. Pause. That's changed. Is it me, or is that... It's getting bigger. Ah. Whoa. Ah. Whoa. It is... It's gone... It's changed shape. And it's definitely bigger from one angle. Look at it. It's changed shape, and if you look at it from this angle, it looks huge. It's like stretching now. Auntie, what's going on? This is a single-player DCS. Doing some underslinging, I broke the game. Why has nobody tested this stuff? Okay, so we're going to land on the parking apron next to the Aleutian again. So we're going to come in for our 200 plus stop. Oh, I knocked the generators out again. Darn it. I knocked the generators out again. I bet you that's because the dust protection is on. Yeah. Eating up all my power. Okay, let's rearm some bombs. We're just going to go all bombs. Make life easy. Put a bit of fuel in. Take the gunner off. Okay, we'll do that. Touchdown without damage, though. Yeah. It was a heavy landing, but we're safe. We're just going to refuel and rearm it, and we'll hit that bridge with the bomb. So this time we're going to release the bomb when the target's here, at 200 kph, 200 meters. I tried here, didn't work. Tried here, didn't work. I'm going to try here. You could just jump across to seat 3 and do it there. Would be easier. I don't know what's going on with that container though. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's warping. It's like it's entered another universe and it's starting to warp. It's definitely doing something weird. Whoa, stop this. Something's going on with this container, man. Auntie. What? It's stretching now. It's now going up and twisting and stretching. What's the other one? The other one stayed on the ground, though. This is the other one that we moved. And that one hasn't changed, but we moved that one and dropped it over there, and it just started to... Okay. Right, so we need to set the bombs up again, so jump across to seat 2, check under here, turn this switch off, and we're going to drop 2 at a time, so I'm going to set this round to number 2. Okay, now we can turn it back on. Check this is in the correct position. Number 2 we want it in is in the correct position. Should have the bombs on board. Okay, we got 6 bombs. Let's go. Quick hover check, make sure everything feels alright. Spin it around a little. Okay, everything feels good. Let's go. Yeah, it's disappearing into a wormhole. There's a mini black hole up there. It's sucking the container in. Okay, we're on the runway. We did the nose wheel takeoff earlier, if anybody's interested. We did that at the start of the stream. We did some nose wheels wheelie takeoffs. If anybody's interested, but let's get going. We're going to try and drop some bombs. Right, so we should be able to hit the bridge this time. I'm fairly confident, he says. I was confident last time. I like that dome though, that looks so cool. But nice to see you, thanks for joining me. We're running through all things Mi-8 today, those interested. I know some people aren't, but this is for me, the best helicopter in DCS. Until the Mi-24 gets here. Trust me, that's going to be flown. I'm going to flow the rotor blades off that thing. I must have, I reckon, 1,000 hours in the Mi-8. It's definitely more than twice of any other module, even the Tomcat. I have more hours in the Mi-8 than the Tomcat. The Mi-24, it's going to get its rotor hub flown off. They're going to have to send me a new module because I'm going to wear mine out. The bloke by the Jeep is looking for his container. I know. I definitely put it down for him. Okay, there's the road. That's got the bridges on. We're going to hit the same bridge, so we keep things equal. We're currently climbing up to 200 meters. I'm flying at 200 kph. Everything's looking good, just climbing gently. Bombs are set, ready to go. We just need to put the target road in the right place, just a little bit more to the right. That looks good. If we fly from this seat, lining up's easier, you see. If we fly from the center seat, you'll be able to line up much easier. But I don't like flying from the center seat, it feels wrong. So it's all about just trying to... You can't actually see it. If we're going to hit it right, you won't be able to see it. Okay, 200. There's the target. Shifty, electric selector, bomb leads, pylons. Yeah, I know how it works, buddy. I just got it wrong. I forgot. It's been a while since I've dropped bombs. I just forgot. I know how it works. I just didn't understand that position 5 didn't drop the outer pylon. Now I do. Okay, we're at 200, 200. We just need to sort the climb rate out. We're still climbing. Okay, climb rate's coming down. Speed is good. Altitude is good. Heading is good. Slip meter is good. Just need to side shift a little bit to the right. And as soon as the bridge it just comes below that center spar, we drop the bombs. So 200, 200, flying level, looking for my target, looks good. As soon as the target appears, weapon away. Oh my god, why did the weapon not come off? I pushed the release button, not the bomb cycle button. Shifty, 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 shifty. Yes, 1, 2 first, 3, 4. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. That's incorrect, buddy. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Correct. It drops the inner 2 first. Let's pause. It drops the inner. I can't pause. I need to jump over the seats. It drops the inner 2 first. So it drops 4, 3 first. Then it drops 5 and 2. Then it drops 6 and 1. It starts from the inside. So position number 2 here will drop 3 and 4. Looking forward to the Mosquito. No interest, buddy. None. It will drop outer, as manual says. Okay, we'll try this. You say it drops it. It normally drops inside out. Let's see. I've never dropped it in 2s. I drop it in singles. It normally drops inside bomb first. We shall see. This will be interesting. It drops inside first, buddy. When I drop the... it dropped the... let's see. We'll see. You may be correct. I hope you are. I like being proven wrong. I always thought he dropped inside first. We'll find out in a sec. Okay, we're 200. 200. I'll press the right button this time. Just line this up. 200, 200. Everything's looking good. Just need to go over to the right a little. Right a bit more. 200, 200. Still looking good. As soon as it hits the center spar, release, pause. You are correct. It drops the outer ones. You are 100% correct, buddy. There you go. It dropped the outer ones first. I couldn't, like I say, I thought it dropped the in to out. But no, you are correct. Out to in. So selection 2 drops 1 and 6. Dart is 100% correct. Well done, that man. And let's see where the bombs land. So it looks good. We're going to be slightly off to one side because, like I say, you can't actually see the release point because normally I put the target here. But I'm just trying to do it for demonstration purposes. So I released the bombs when the target appeared just here. Let's see where they actually land. Okay, it's still a little long. Just a fraction long. Okay, so now I'm going to try and hit the target. So what I do is I'm going to fly the target will be here, and as the target drops below here, I just sort of try and mentally visualize where the target is. We release it when the target's here, and we should hit. Okay? Or you fly from this seat if you want to do it. I don't like flying from this seat. So what you do is you visualize where it is roughly. It's a good experiment. I'm enjoying this a lot, so thanks for the help. As it passes just below the fan, no, a little bit lower than that. We shall find out. I'm actually going to try and hit the bridge this time. So line up straight on it, and then we'll get the altitude and speed as we're coming in. So speed we've got, altitude we've got. Three, 2, 1. I pressed the wrong button, so I pressed it a little bit late. And we still missed. Jesus Christ, Shifty. You are dreadful at this. Can't even hit a bridge. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed weapon release button, not the spin the dial. Timing was good enough, yeah, the timing was good. We just got to get the line up. It needs to be more here. More in line with the HUD. I was still leaning a bit. I felt myself leaning. Right, let's see if we can hit this down bridge. Last set of bombs. Come on, Shifty. And the missus is awake. We just get fresh coffee. What? It's only midday? Here we go. And like I say, it's just practice, 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 buddy. And with a bit of practice, you'll start being able to hit the targets. Better than me. Even though I've got thousands of hours in this damn thing. Still can't hit the target. Okay, sit up straight. Line up the HUD. Make sure the slip indicator is good when you release. Okay, that's better. Now we just need the right altitude, a little bit higher. Trade in a bit of this speed for altitude. Oh, I'm just still too far off that way. Weapons away. Yeah, we got a hit. 15th time lucky. Woohoo! We did it. There you go. That's bombs. Now you can hit targets, individual vehicles, with a bit of practice and a lot of luck. We've done it on stream. Gash has done it on stream. There's clips on Gash's and my stream of us hitting with bombs. You can do it. You can hit individual vehicles. With a lot of practice and a bit of patience, you can actually hit fairly close with the bombs. It's pretty cool. Right, we're going to just test the trigger to make sure the trigger still activates my engine failure. And then we're going to finish with a bit of something else. I think that's enough Mi-8 for today. Try and bomb the floating crate. It's getting bigger and bigger. It's stretching out. It's going to break the space-time warp continuum. I figure out that you should line up the target with the HUD. Yeah, yeah. Line up here. Straight line here. Yeah. But we're going to go test the engine shutdown trigger again for a bit of fun. See if it works. It should work every time you take off. With a fresh aircraft, it should work. I'm going to start playing around with it in missions. So if you fly over 20,000 feet in your F-18, your engines are going to fail. You know how much I hate people bombing from high altitude. So now instead of having to spawn in fighters or SAMs to deal with the people who like to bomb from 25,000 feet, I just cut your engines out. I'll put a warning in the briefing saying if you fly over 20,000 feet, your engines will fail. I think that's a bit of fun. Shoot the box. I'm not going to fly into. We've already tested the box. That box is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to stop this mission before it actually gets too big. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen it before in underslinging. Something has changed with ED's code. This mission was only built this week. I stopped doing the one on Mondays on hold.
Pull up.
The one on Mondays on hold at the moment. I wanted to do some helicopter stuff. Using this base. I know we were using this base to fly out of, but you wouldn't come back to this base. You just rearm, just maybe spawn here. So I wanted to do some stuff around this base. That thing's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, man. That's scary. Okay, so when we fly over these fields, just over here, we should lose some engines. But you shouldn't have to fly this way. It's only if you fly this way you're going to lose engines. But I'm just playing around with some triggers. So we should lose that left engine first. It might not work because I forgot to set a trigger to turn flag off after I set it on the first time I went through. I don't know where the trigger zone is. I didn't make it very big. Because it's for me to play around with. We still haven't lost an engine. There is a timer on it as well. Woohoo! Thanks, honey. You're an angel. If only they could have seen that face. She pulled a face at me. Come on, we're going to lose an engine or not?
Pull up. Pull up.
Dude! Nilsson, live. Is this trigger going to work? I'm going to have to work on this trigger. Gash is saying hello. No, she's just looking at me. She doesn't want to answer. There's only 131, dear. A lot of people. You're right, it is. Okay, whoa. We're just doing some Mi-8 training. We've gone through everything Mi-8 and the underslinging is broken. In single player, it seems. You said Gash said hello. Obviously, he didn't realise his name meant what it means. But Gash said hello. She's just looking at me. She's not impressed. She's not impressed. No, it doesn't seem to work the second time. I need to work on the trigger. Never mind, we'll do it manually. Or did he? Look at it, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's definitely warping. Right, okay, we're just going to manually shut down the engines. So, for a bit of fun, we're facing the wrong way. We've got no speed. We've got a lot of altitude, though. And what's supposed to happen is the left engine's supposed to fail, then the right engine 30 seconds later. But we're just going to do it manually. And there we go. We're down safe and sound. Pull the rotor brake on. Turn the generators off. Turn off the rectifiers. Set these two back to center. And we're good. Mi-8. We've done 2 hours 43 of Mi-8 stuff. Man, that's so much fun. I really enjoy this helicopter. It's just great fun. Great fun. Right, okay, to finish with, has anybody got any aircraft they'd like to see dogfighting something? And don't say something stupid. I don't know why I walk into it every time. Any preferences for some dogfighting? Some air-to-air action, close quarters combat guns? Anybody got any preferences? Community, what? What is that? I just got the Huey. Could not wait for the sale. Don't blame you. Yeah, air-to-air. We finished with a little bit of dogfighting. MiG-15. Woohoo! Nice choice. Okay. Good choice, buddy. MiG-15. I like the MiG-15. Can't you just edit the Lua file? It's located in the usernames for... To do what, buddy? Hi, I have a question. Download DCS World on Steam and got the really full screen bug. I don't know anything about that, buddy. I'm not very good when it comes to technical stuff. I have not got a clue. I have to ask everybody else. Right, so we're going to do dogfighting, instant action, MiG-15. Great choice. I like the MiG-15. And there is a dogfight in here. Where is it? I don't see it there. Is it Nevada? Dogfight, there it is. Yep. We're up against Sabres in a MiG-15. Just for a bit of fun. I know it's a shorter stream than usual, but never mind. I did 2 hours 44 of Mi-8. That will do. Good morning to my favourite streamer. Hello, Sid Fennett. Good to see you, man. You're welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome to Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to have a nice, quiet weekend. I'm playing around with, thanks to Mr. Krubrax, I'm playing around with on-air airline manager in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And to say the least, I'm a little bit disappointed. But I'm only going to get the free trial, play it for 7 days. It doesn't actually load the freight and passengers to the aeroplane, as far as I can see. I haven't seen it do it yet. So basically, you're flying around with empty aeroplanes, and I'm like, well, that's a little bit pointless because, as everybody knows, weight makes a big difference to the small aeroplanes in fuel consumption and all the other stuff. Time, takeoff speed, landing speed, and all this makes a big difference to the small aeroplanes. So it really does affect how the aircraft will fly and handle, and how much fuel you use, and how much, and it just. You have to manually just add it. It's not a big thing. You just have to manually add the weight. But what I don't like is, because being a mover, obviously I did 22 years in the Royal Air Force as a movements operator, otherwise known as Logistics Trades Group 18 Movements. Hence the name mover. And passengers never travel empty. Whenever you go on holiday, you have a handbag or some hand luggage, say 5 kilos, probably less. Most people it's about 2 to 5 kilos, and you have a hold bag of anywhere between 10 and 15 kilos is the average. Okay, so you work that out and now add all that to the aircraft. So you're carrying 3 passengers at an average weight of 170 pounds each. Each passenger's carrying an average of 30 pounds of baggage. You add that to the aircraft, it now uses up a lot more fuel than it would do if it was empty, and it will handle differently on takeoff and landing. So for me, I found it very frustrating that it didn't do that. So I've done a couple of flights. I crashed on my first one because I didn't realise it's live time and you can't change the time. So I was flying around bloody UK at night. And another thing that really, that is not the average for women. I didn't say it was. 170 is the average for a person. I said persons, people, because it takes the average of big men and the average of normal size men and normal size women, and it comes up with 170. Gee, some people, I don't know. That's not correct. You're assuming this, that, and the other. I'll get flying in a minute. But the one thing that really
Pull up.
really annoys me, Crewbrex, with on-air airline manager, is the fact that I'm flying a Cessna. Because when you start out, you fly a small little tiny airplane and you move little bits of cargo and maybe 2 or 3 passengers. But why is it sending me to huge international airports with 500 pounds of magazines? You don't fly to Heathrow and deliver small cargo in private little airplanes. It's a good idea, but it's just I'm not paying the money for something that's not quite right. You know what I mean? I mean, send me to a small municipal airport near London Heathrow, and then they'll move it by car. You wouldn't fly into London Heathrow in a Cessna 172 delivering a couple of magazines. Oh, it made me re hard as a movie, you see. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. Don't get me wrong, Crewbrex. I absolutely love it. I think it's great, and it makes Microsoft Flight Simulator interesting. But it's not quite finished, isn't it? Maybe someone really needs those magazines. No, but in real life, large cargo aircrafts fly into Heathrow. Small private airplanes don't fly into Heathrow. They fly into small airfields around Heathrow, and then have to transport by land. You don't fly into Heathrow with a small, tiny little aeroplane. You just don't. You won't get a slot. And you know what I mean? I think the game is fantastic, but is it a state where I'm willing to pay? I know it's only £36 for a year, but that's each and every year. It's subscription based, and I don't think it's at a refined enough and good enough state for me to pay money on it. I just don't. I know some people are going to feel differently about it, but it's just one of those things. You wouldn't pay for something in DCS that. Well, we do. Shut up, Shifty. I'm only kidding. Let's get going. Right. Okay. So we're going to end up in a. Guns are ready. We're going to end up a dogfight with 2 times F5s. Sorry, F5s, F86s. I see them up ahead. We're going to merge and see if we can win. I've lost one. He's gone low. I see one directly ahead of me. I'm watching the low guy. Oh, it's easy for you to say. Okay, we just merged with the first guy. I'm going for the second guy. In we go. Okay, full power. He's got no energy because he's coming over the top of a loop. Oh shit, he's got energy though. This guy's got absolutely no energy, so I'm just going to turn with him. I took my eyes off the second guy, and he's the one that shot at me. Okay, I've got all the energy in the world. Going to pull up and go for a shot here. Oh, I mistimed that. Okay, let's pull hard. And we're in on this guy. Watch the overshoot. I've got some control issues. I just lost him. In fact, I lost my engine. Yeah, I got damaged, lost my engine. They win. I'd like to buy your PS4. Okay, I'll be there in 3 hours. Nearest national airport for pickup, yeah. I just lost my engine. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Those gunshots I took out my engine. I've got nothing. Oi! You're not supposed to shoot me, I'm damaged! I'm trying to crash land here. Stop being unsporting. See if we can get a maneuver kill. Oi! Cheek of it. I'm trying to crash land here. If you overtake me, I'm going to shoot you. Pull up hard. Haha, force the miss. Where is he? Oi! You cheek of it. I'm trying to crash land here. Oh, I win. Is he going to pull out of that or not? Did he pull out of that? Where'd he go? No, he crashed! I won! Maneuver kill! I got a kill! With no engine. I can't believe I won that. Here comes his friend. I'm going to hold on as long as I can. I might be able to get both. No, we're down. I got one. He was a bold pilot. He didn't get old. Correct. We'll do it again. I screwed up. See these reflections here. ED. Why can't we remove these reflections here? Look how stupid this looks compared to the, like in the F-18 we can remove, and the F-16 we can remove reflections. ED, can you fix it so we can remove reflections in this? Because they look freaking horrendous. Anybody else agree? Look at them. Looks awful. We'll do it again. Soon we will have RTX reflections. Let's just have a look at the options. Make sure Shifty's not talking absolute donkey poo. MiG-15. No, that's the MiG-21. Where's the MiG-15? Why is the MiG-15 below the MiG-21? There's no way to remove reflections, look. ED, please, allow us to remove the reflections in the MiG-15. It looks horrendous. Please, pretty please. Okay, let's do that again. That's one heavily baked in reflection, yeah. Yeah. Right, let's do it again. Let's see if we can actually get a kill this time. So mistakes were made. Basically, I tried to shoot the wingman. I need to go for the leader. So I'm going to offset. I'm going to tell my wingman to cover me. Okay, here we go. We're merging with the first guy. I'm going to go round. Okay, he's got more energy. I'm going to pull the nose down out of his gun line. And then I'm going to take it back up. And reverse. Okay. I'm going to climb here in a circle. He's all over me, I think. Yep, I'm going to change the plane. Okay, reverse. He's all over me. Slowing down. Yeah, 2 seconds. Can you wait a minute, honey? She's trying to show me a letter. I can't read it when I'm trying to dogfight. She's trying to show me a letter. 2 seconds, honey. I have to wait. Trying to dogfight. Oh, well, it was important you were sticking it in my face. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit distracted. I've got wife trouble. Did my wingman win his fight? Because it looks like we're 2v1 here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to reverse and drop in on him here. I think I don't know what he's doing. He's dodging my wingman, I think. Engaging bandit. No, don't shoot him down. I want him. I've lost him. There he is. Oh, there he is. Oh, my wingman's going to get him. He's got both of them. Yep. Splash one. I think he got both of them. This time the wingman was really good. Never mind. We won. It's not even a reflection, just a texture. I can't see it so much now when I'm in the air. When I was on the ground I can see it. Yeah, you're right. It is just a texture. I mean, look at it. It looks horrendous. Look at that. Oh, God, that's ugly. That needs to go. So we won. I didn't actually get to shoot anything. I do apologise. We'll do it one more time. So, like I say, we've just done 2 hours, 40 minutes of Mi-8. We're finishing with a little MiG-15 dogfight because somebody asked. Somebody suggested this one. Let's do it again. So the first one I got shot down. Second one we won. But I didn't get to do any shooting down. This time I'm going to not tell the wingman to do anything. And I'll try and do it myself. Let's see. Looks even worse in VR, does it, buddy? Yeah, it looks awful. It's hideous. It really is bad. But the thing is, in the F-16 and the F-18, we get the option to remove. We get the option to remove reflections. I'm just wondering why here in this one we can't. Okay, I'm pulling aggressive on this guy. Lost him. He's gone up there. There he is. Okay, pulling hard over here. His wingman is on me this time. So I've got one armor tight on me. I'm going to stay with the lead. Okay, he's coming down. Follow him round. Keep it in the turn. I got some good turn rate going on here. Going to try and pull up and intercept his climbing. Oh, nearly intercepted it too well. That's my wingman. Okay, roll this round. There he is. We're head to head. His wingman's coming on me. I'm staying with the leader. Staying in this tight turn. Staying on him. I'm staying with the leader, even though his wingman is very close to getting on my ass. Okay, we're on him. Got him. Okay, where's the other guy? There. Pulling over vertically into him. If it is him, it could be my wingman. It's hard to tell. I'm on something. Check behind me. See if we can get a visual as we go past. Yep, that's got the yellow stripe on it. That's the enemy guy. Okay, we got one. Okay, he's going to reverse. I'm going to keep the same pull. Okay, last time he was inside me. This time he was outside of my turn, so I'm gaining on him. So that's why he's changed. He's gone back to vertical. We should get a shot here. I've reversed it, so now I'm aggressive. He's defensive. Nice hits. Again. That didn't hit that time though. But we're all over him now. I'm getting more and more lead on him. Each time we do this, I'm getting more and more opportunity to shoot. This time I'm not going to go for the shot. I'm just going to try and drop in behind him. And we're in behind him now. It's all over. Oh, he's going vertical. I don't have the speed to follow him up, I don't think. In his wake turbulence, I'm going to overshoot. Nice move. Nice move. I'm just going to try and hold the nose up, because he's stalling out. He's stalling out just before me, look. He can't get his nose up to shoot me. So I'm just going to try and hold mine above him. Okay, let's drop. I need to build up the energy. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. Okay, where is he? There he is. Reverse. So he's got the advantage again. Okay. I'm just going to go for turn rate. Let's try turn rate. Just going to rate this round and see if we can just outrate him. So let's see how the picture changes as we pull. He's dropped the nose to gain some more turn rate. So I'm going to do the same. Okay, he's backed out. So I'm going to continue pulling. And we're back on the offensive. Got to watch my closure speed here. I'm not going to try and pull in front here. Just going to try and hold outside him. Till he straightens a little. And then we can get a better shot. Bad shot. Going to overshoot. But I've got a lot of energy, so I'm just going to go up. Okay, I'm going to drop in on him. It's mine to lose now. It's mine to lose. Oh, he flew through my shot stream. It's such a slow rate velocity gun. He just flew right through my shot stream. That's just pure bad luck. One of those connected, there'd be nothing left of his aeroplane. He's got some structural damage or some engine damage. He's not performing at 100%. It's just I can't get on him. He's doing a good job of stopping me getting on him. In fact, he got guns on there. Yep. Good job, buddy. Good job. He got guns on there. Is he going to pull out of it, though? Is he going to pull out of it? Negative. He's not pulling out of that. He's not pulling out of that. Oh, he must be scraping the floor. So he done really well there. The AI did really well there. He actually got some... He tagged me with a couple of bullets. He's going to tag me again. What I'm going to do is, because I've got more energy, I'm going to go up. It doesn't allow him to pull the nose onto me. If I'd have continued turning, he would have got the nose round on me. But because I went up, he couldn't follow. I think his engine's failing. Looking at him, he looks really slow. Got him. Good fight, buddy. Good fight. That was a good AI fight. That was a great AI fight. You don't get many like that. That was a good one. That certainly was a lot of fun. Thanks to I can't remember who suggested the MiG-15. There you go. So the first fight I lost because I went for the wingman, and the lead got on me and tagged me. The second fight. What happened in the second fight? I can't remember now. Oh, the AI wingman shot down both, and the third fight I shot them both down. That was a lot of fun. That was AI, exactly. That was AI. You thought it was PvP? Surprising, isn't it? He did really well there. The AI did really well there. It looked interesting, and it's probably one of the best dogfights I've ever had against the AI. It was pretty damn close up there, and it's a lot of fun. So that was a little dogfight with a MiG-15 to finish with. I hope you enjoyed it. We did get damaged, but we won. But I'm going to call it a day there. We've been streaming for 3 hours. A little bit shorter than normal because I'm stopping just before 12, but got other stuff to do. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. We're going to throw a raid out to somebody. Yeah, thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the resubs today. There's been a lot of resubs, a lot of follows. Thank you very much for all the follows. I do apologise I haven't read out all the names. There have been so many. It really has. I think there's over 20, 30 follows today, so thank you very much for that. And look forward to seeing you. Next planned stream is on Monday. I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the odd streams in between, but I will let you know when I'm planning to. When next planned stream is on Monday. There may be one over the weekend, who knows? But yeah, I'm going to throw a raid out to somebody. So thanks for everything today, and let's have a flyby view and eject to finish. Eject, eject, eject. Right, let's see who's on. Let's see who's on. I hope you enjoyed the Mi-8 anyway. I really enjoyed refreshing my memory on some of the stuff on the Mi-8, particularly just flying. I love just flying the Mi-8. I think it's absolutely amazing. Some of the stuff. Shut up, you. And who's on? Erotics on, Profits on, Cleans on, Smoke on, Swift on. I don't want to raid any of those. They don't fly DCS. Let's find a DCS streamer. Who's on today? Laughing's on, O-Cage is on, DCS Live. Any of these I've not raided before? I've raided him. DCS Live I've raided before. 166. I've not raided this person before. Tarky, then DCS. Who's this guy? Tarkov followed by DCS. Who's this guy? 166. We're going to raid him. I'm just waiting for the advert to finish and then we'll throw a raid out. I'm going to raid this. I just want to check to see what language it's in. /raid 166. I like raiding some small channels that people don't normally watch, just for fun. I like seeing their reaction more than anything. Delete. Okay, let's see what he's about. He's got a camera, that's kind of cool. I don't remember raiding this guy before. Yeah, let's raid him. Okay, take care. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. Nice to see you. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Stay safe. Raid. How many going? Whoa, 34, 42, 57, 70. Just spam some emotes, say hello to the guy for me, and take care out there. 75, that will do. Take care, man. Bye for now.